Yeah. All right, Shalom, we the real Hebrew Israelites. Come out here week after week. Prophesy the downfall and the collapse of this place, America, also known as Babylon the Great, pursuant to the scriptures. And as always, we want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah Quadash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, and the Holy Spirit in the ancient Hebrew tongue. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles, and elders, the great millstone. And Shalom, much due honors and respect to all the sincere brethren out there that's laboring in His work, as well as you believe, you know. So we back out here again, you know, pushing His word, which what we doing is making a change. You know, a lot of people look at us from the naked eye, and they say, what these guys doing? You know, because Jake want to see like some instant gratification. Jake want to see a show. That's why the Million Man March got so much publicity, man. You know, it's just a bunch of niggas walking around, passing out flyers. Just there, man. You know, that's what Jake want to see. But what we doing is actually affecting Esau. Esau don't care about no damn Million Man March. Or even what it was, the Black Panthers. Yeah, guys, you know, walking around with kangaroos and goats and high-tech boots, you know what I'm saying? That didn't affect Esau whatsoever, man. In fact, Esau encouraged that. What Esau did, Esau went to making movies dedicated to that school days, you know, black college fraternity movies. You know, they came out with the Malcolm X movie. Esau wants you to fall into that spirit because they know that's not going to do anything whatsoever. And Lord forbid you Negroes talk about picking up a gun, man. Esau going to send some drones in your neighborhood and wipe you out, man. Right. So the only way you can penetrate this devil is through the spirit. This is the only thing that's shaking this man up. Us coming out on the highways and byways, coming from a spiritual aspect, man. And this actually got Esau confounded because Esau used to handling things carnally, man. That's why when you go into like Taliban or Al-Qaeda, which all those groups were set up by the CIA, they put a CIA operative in there like Bin Laden, you know. But you had followers that were sincere, that followed them and set the wall, and Esau had a reason to go in there and hit you up for your resources, man. So this devil controls both sides of the narrative, so to speak. So this devil, they know how to react. They know how to react when you come carnally. You simple Negroes pick up a gun, you go to the gun range. Esau waiting on that, man, because it's blessed and it's sword. See? But when you come spiritually, this man is confounded. He don't know what to do. You got something up? You bring it up.
It's 2 Corinthians 10 verse 4.
Yeah, that's
for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds.
Right, so we're not carnal. And guess what? Esau know that. Esau trying to figure out a way to combat us, you know? But it's not like we tiptoeing around. We coming right out. We up close and personal. We letting you know what we're about. We coming out. We plastering ourselves all over YouTube. And when we out here in the public's eye, man. So Esau can't demonize us. Like the American government, they demonized Al-Qaeda, you know, the Taliban. They can't do that to us, man. So now they're in their think tanks, you know, like, because they have these different meetings, the Bilderberg meetings. And who you think is on the top of the list when they go into the meetings? It's the Hebrew Israelites, man. How can we keep these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to their true nationality? And that's spoken of in Psalm the 83rd chapter. Well, as a matter of fact, get that real quick. Because you people think we making this up, man. As if we just woke up one day and concocted an elaborate plan to just fuck with the so-called white man. No, the scriptures condemn this man.
Right.
Go ahead, Psalm 83.
Yeah, this Psalm 83 and 1. Keep not thou silent, O Most High. Hold not thy peace.
Yep.
And be not still, O Most High. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Yeah, thine enemies. And that cuts you so-called Christians out there. You believe everybody is in harmony, hold hands, you know, and be at peace with one another. Well, the scripture just said right there that the Lord has enemies. And if the Lord has enemies, that means his people have enemies. And who is his people? These so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we don't have to go into no extensive research. See peace, see that? That's the spirit, you know? Go ahead, read.
It says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Go ahead.
It says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Right, you have these different, like you have the UN Council, right? there's a seat on there's a seat for every nation on the UN Council, but the people on this side. You don't see a seat for the so-called Negro or the so-called Puerto Rican at the UN Council. Why? Because the UN Council is in conspiracy. They conspire against the children of Israel. All right? And it's a crafty council. And what's that crafty council? To keep you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans from knowing who you truly are, which is the children of Israel, man. That's who you are. Because it's like this, to simplify it. If you have someone leaving you a state, right? They leave you a will. In order for you to claim it, you got to have your ID. See? So now we're in a time for us claiming our rightful ownership and inheritance of the planet Earth as being the children of the Most High. So the Lord had to give us that spiritual ID first. Go ahead, Al.
It says, they have said, come and let us cut them off of being a nation.
Right, let them cut them off from being a nation. Meaning what? Now you call yourself Negroes. You call yourself colored at one time. You call yourself African Americans. That's a part of cutting us off from being a nation. We'll never be a nation with associating ourselves with those bywords. All right, go ahead, Al.
It says, they have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembered.
Right, so our people never, the last thought on their mind that they the children of Israel. So this tactic, this ploy, right, it worked. It was effective, man. Our people, they never had the name of Israel in remembrance no more after that. But now we're in a time where the Lord is stirring up our remembrance, stirring up that pure remembrance. It tells you that in that 2 Peter 3:1. You know, you got a precept? Matter of fact, yeah, get what you got and get that real quick too.
It's Acts 4 and verse 25. Who by the mouth of thy servant David has said, why did the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 26, the kings of the earth stood up and the rulers were gathered together against the Lord and against his Hamashiach.
Right, and that's what you see. When you see these laws and legislation passed celebrating homosexuals and transgenders, that's a form of coming up against the Most High, man. You know? So the moral of the story is now we're in a time where the Lord is waking us up. And we penetrate the source of this wicked kingdom. Which you can't deny that America is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected, man.
That's right.
It's a very wicked kingdom, man, on all levels, man. You see? Hey, just women being able to gather abroad, you know, that's wicked. You know? Women shouldn't be showing their legs, their privates, you know? But they are given liberty by who? The so-called white man. That's who's in rulership. You can't tell me that it's not, because who ruled the planet Earth? All right, let's just say if you for an example, you go up to the UAB, right? UAB one of the top medical schools in the country, you know, in the world. If you want to, you see nothing but so-called Eastern Indians, the so-called Hamites, Africans up there, man. In order for you to get ahead in this world, you got to follow and subscribe to the so-called white man's curriculum. And see, a lot of people get offended at that, but if you knew about history, it's always been that way. You always had different nations to seize control of the planet Earth. When you go into the scriptures deal with biblical timelines. You had the ancient Egyptians to rule, then you had the Medo-Persian Empire, then you had Alexander the Greek, you had the Romans. Now you have the so-called white man ruling once more. You know? That's the guy again? Spirit penetrate.
I think it was the Babylonians, when they pay a certain salary, you had to bend down, man.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, respect that, you know, bow down to their items. When that trumpet play, you had to bow down to it, man. Let you get put to death.
Yep, and that's a foreshadow to America. Because once America makes that chip mandatory, you got to bow to that, man. Whoever don't bow to that, they're going to be penalized. So how is this place being taken down? Because really, when you look at America, the very moral fabric of this place becoming unwoven. Everybody depressed, everybody fucked up, man. You know, they might put on this facade as if they happy they're going about their daily, you know, day-to-day business. But really, the Spirit of the Lord is doing a number on this place. Even on the physical level, the infrastructure, the roadways, the bridges collapsing. That's all attributed to us coming out pushing His word. Matter of fact, get your precept. Somebody get Deuteronomy, 12th chapter, and the 3rd verse. Yep, bring that.
This is Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Yeah, and that scripture right there is laying it out. Plain, point blank, range. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Meaning when you look at certain images, like the image of our Lord, that's the image that they show you, man. That's not the true image of the Lord right there, man. The Lord was never a so-called white man with pasty skin, you know, a long, stringy hair. That's not how the Lord looked right there, man. See? This is all, matter of fact, get that too in the Apostle. He painted the faces. Yeah, second language.
This first Maccabees, it's like, yeah, this first Maccabees.
Yeah, because that's a part of psychological warfare. You know, when you see something enough, then you tend to believe. All right? If they show you an image enough of the so-called white man being depicted as the Lord, then you'll believe that, man. Which that's nothing more than white supremacy.
That's right.
That's the so-called white man staking his claim, so to speak, that he has seized control of the planet Earth. You know? Go ahead,
Yeah, this first Maccabees 3:48, it opened the book of the law where the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
See? That what the heathen did. They painted the likeness of their images over the true images. So go back to that Job 9:24. Because we're going to show you that it's not just designated to images.
Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
Now, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. That's not just designated to painting and portrait. That even spills over to movies, man.
That's right.
That's why we see a period of people dealing with King David or Moses or our Lord Yahweh Shai. They all depicted as so-called white people. That's a form of them covering the faces of the judges. That's right. See? Go ahead.
If not, where and who is he?
Right, so if it ain't the so-called white man, who and where is he?
Yeah.
That's the Bible being somewhat facetious right there. You know? So, who is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man?
That's right.
Is it some guy in a red spandex suit who your grandma warned you about? You're going to continue to think that. Meanwhile, this man is running circles around your ass, man.
That's right.
Working, paying taxes. Look, that nigga running finished, man. And always the crazy, you know what I mean? Crazy looking one. You know what I'm saying? America too, man. This is the most wickedest place ever erected, man. You can't deny that. Because when you go back into ancient kingdoms, right? At least they would let the Israelites serve their power, but the temple was erected in certain situations where you can go make sacrifices. So at least there was a point on the planet Earth at times where it was the presence of righteousness. Now, if you say, look, I don't want my kid acknowledging homosexuals, they're going to look at you as the bad guy, man. Let's show you how far this place is spiraled out of control into wickedness, man. Why is that? Because the wicked, matter of fact, get that, Proverbs 29:2. Then somebody get Isaiah 59:15.
It's Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Is the people rejoicing? No. You might say, well, yeah, man, those superstars in Hollywood, them the most depressed people in the world. They got a pill to pop when they sad, when they happy. You know what I mean? They jumping out of windows, they commit suicide. They all depressed, man. Like you can probably get it, you know, see the inside, like from the inside of the Kardashians and all them. They bugging out, man. They probably slamming doors. Oh, damn.
Kanye West bugging out.
Yeah, Kanye, they bugging out, man. They right through, man. Because they got their consolation prize. So there's no way you can look. This world is under a wicked vibration. Everybody's mourning. Even the animals mourning, man. You got animals mourning. The children mourning. How could this be? Whoever heard such a thing was child mourning, man. That's because the wicked is in power. All right, go ahead.
But when the wicked beareth rule,
But when the wicked beareth rule, what happens?
the people mourn.
The people mourn. Something as sudden as you shouting out of your car in 5 o'clock traffic, that's mourning, man. You shouldn't be in that spirit. You know? This place finished, man. Hey, that's a form of mourning. Your feet hurt. Oh, man. Can't tell, man. Like, oh, shit, you know? They ain't want to get up there and do this shit, man. This place is under a vibration of labor. You know? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? All right. You got to come over there?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 59:15. Isaiah 59:15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey.
Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departeth from evil maketh himself a prey. So if you say, you know what? No, we're not acknowledging that homosexuality is right. We're not with that. We're going to say something against it. I don't want my kids, you know, in your school. Like just if you say, I don't want my school following at the curriculum of Esau. I want to teach them myself. They're going to look at you as being the wicked, man. Oh, get that, Isaiah 5:20. They're going to look at you as the bad guy. You off. So you make yourself a prey when you depart from wickedness, man. And we're a symbol of that, you know. Go ahead,
And he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey, and the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Right, it displeased the Lord that there was no judgment. All right, and now the Lord is about to make heads roll. That what pleases the Lord right there, to see judgment. That's the habitation of the Lord's throne, judgment, man. You know, they tell you that in Jeremiah 19. No, I brought it out. What that was called for? Oh, okay, yeah, Isaiah 5:20. Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil.
Right, so you make yourself a prey when you say that something as subtle as me working and waiting on my check two weeks from now or a week from now. That's wicked, man. But they call that good because they say, oh, you know, I got a job, you know. The things that's really wicked, you people deem as good. And the things that's good, which is the fact that Israel has enemies, and we're going to overcome our enemies. People say that's wicked. They say that we hate mongers and we pushing the vibration of hate. But guess what? That vibration was pushed before we got here, man. How dare you people say we hate mongers, but we can go and take a glimpse of the history, and there's nothing but evidence of us being harmed, castrated, our women being raped and ravished, our children being fed to gators, man, alligators, man. Hey, this portrait right here, this ain't back in the 1700s. That ain't back in the 1700s right there, man. That right there is recent history right there, man. And hey, flip it around. Same atrocities happened to us happened to the Native Americans. But that's a cut on all Negro Israelites. With Elder Kazak, he was talking about that when he was down here. I don't know if he was down here, he was spoken up, but I heard him mention when he said one of the two things he hates is those all Negro Israelites. And that's true. I feel the same way. You know? Because it's obvious. See that? We got all kinds of. Hey, look at this devil right here, man. Look at these devils. Hey, turn flip that around, man. Esau don't want to see that, man. Hey, get that same feeling with that. Yeah, I mean, how we get that, right? Esau ashamed of that. Because they thought that they was doing the bidding of the Lord. They thought, matter of fact, get that to a Psalm 50, started at like 17. They thought they was, you see this devil? I want to, hey, get that again. Look at this devil leaned up. Get that, show that, man. Look at this devil leaned up again. He probably is the owner of GM Motors, General Motors, man.
Yeah.
Or some shit, you know? Because everybody that had cameras, them was important people. Look at this suit. Them was higher ups right there, man. That's the money, you know. The regular tobacco spit, Edomites was doing it, but they didn't have the means to publish it and send posts on it. Those was the higher up. That was Chevrolet right there, man. Fuck them. There you go right there, man.
And the spirit.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, see, man. All right. Goddamn weird, man. Like, Esau the weirdest. See, when you come into this truth, you see like, damn, Esau don't fit in. Like, they need to be eradicated. They need to be exterminated. They, you know, like if you walk in your house, you see something out of place. Like, oh, get that out. It's an eyesore. They the eyesore of the planet Earth. They gotta go, man. And like that guy who had the long dreads, he walked into the conference. He had all his paperwork and shit. He put everything out. He was that serious, man. He put on his glasses and shit. He said, I got it. He said, the only way that could be peace on the planet Earth is the so-called white man must be destroyed. He might be dead, man, because we would have heard more of him in this internet and this information age. You mean to tell me that guy ain't got a YouTube channel? Fuck out of him, man. They got rid of him, man. You see, he supposed to have some shit, you know what I mean? The fifth, you know what I mean? Empowerment of the. He supposed to be somebody out there, man, because he did his research. He did his research. So you mean to tell me he stopped? He just made that one declaration, that proclamation, and that was it. Esau said, man, get rid of that clown, man. I mean, really why I say it like that, because the Lord protecting the prophets. See, you can make good points, but if the Lord ain't with you, that protective heads ain't over, because, hey, Esau supposed to be rolled up on us, man. But we doing the bidding of the Lord. Can't nobody stop the bidding of Yahweh by Shemaiah, man. So everybody else, they do it, and they put themselves in harm's way. You know? So, you go ahead, huh?
Yeah, this Habakkuk chapter 2 and 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also.
Yeah, and that's the spirit, because I think maybe a year and a half ago, they were taking out all these relics and these statues of Andrew Jackson and all around, you know, America, these different landmarks, these statues. That's because Esau, what's that? Yeah, General Lee, you know, they were taking out all these relics. Why? Because Esau's shame on their past now. They're ashamed of their past. That's the mentality of a whore, man. That's why America known as a whore. A whore is ashamed of her past. Go ahead. And then the whore, she fucked and suck her way to the top. Then when she on top, she like, oh shit, what have I done? You know? Not Esau, man. Not Esau want to throw away the diary. They want to take slavery out of the history books. You know what I'm saying? But we got the diary, you know? Go ahead, Doc.
God, this Habakkuk 2 and 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Yeah, and they're ashamed of this history. That's why you see Edomites walk by and they see that sign, you see their countenance drop. Everybody noticed that. Esau walked by. See, Esau ain't like Jake's. Jake look because they just can't get it. Yeah. But Esau look at something, and Esau look with an intrigue in mind. So with Esau intrigued, right? And Esau come and look, and they be like, oh shit. You know? Their whole countenance drop. Look at that.
Isaiah 47 and verse 2, take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg.
Hey, make bare the leg. Now, when you go into the statue in Daniel, the leg is pretty much, you know. So the Lord is uncovering the leg, man. Now we know who Esau is. Right. Now we know who the devil is, man. See what I'm saying? The Lord is revealing this man. What was that? Oh yeah. They taking notes and shit. They taking pictures. They fucked up, man. They living, and they look like that's luxury. And look at their countenance. They might as well just, and if you look at that spiritual, that's petrol, man. That's petrol right there, man. All over, that's petrol, man. Mount Seir, man. Yeah. More than 3 stories. Wicked on all levels, man. They come up against the house by Mount Seir on all levels. But when, real quick, but when they see these images, when they see that proverbial mirror in their face, they can't take it. They're like, oh shit, man, what have we done, man? See? Yep. Hey, P gonna finish this off.
It says, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river, thy nakedness shall be uncovered.
Your nakedness gonna be uncovered, meaning you're gonna be an open book now. It ain't a mystery. Matter of fact, before you get that, somebody get 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. Because you got them clowns at ITR, right? They like to say the 12 tribe chart is not valid. And the reason why we don't know who the Israelites were because they lost. Well, how do you know who Esau? You know who all the other nations is, right? But the scriptures tell you that the other nations, it was a covering cast over the other nations, man. It ain't no other nations walking around associating themselves with their biblical nationality. So how you know who Esau is? Esau was a mystery too. Matter of fact, get that.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
So insinuating what? It was a mystery who even the so-called white man was. All the nations was a mystery, man. Until the Lord put the Spirit on us to identify and target everybody. Yep, go ahead.
Genesis chapter.
Yep, oh, what you got to do?
This is Genesis chapter 4 and verse 14. Don't start at verse 13. It says verse 12. Salaki. I
really want to go to the top of that. You know?
Yeah, this is Genesis 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 12. It said, "When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength, and a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth."
That's right.
And Cain said unto the Lord, "My punishment is greater than I can bear. Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth."
And what's the essence of a fugitive? The overtone of a fugitive is secret. They move in secret, man. A fugitive don't. Yeah, judging. Oh man, where the camera, man? Yeah, y'all about to outside, you know? That might be Esau. That might be Cain himself, man. Through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? I was about to not saying a joke. Fugitive, Scripture said fugitive and vagabond should be, right? And the future, yeah, most I got to say, how Sean have been talking about it. How Sean, hey, we gonna laugh at that. You know? So, yeah, that's why the Lord said you gonna mockery. That's why you see the word mockery. You know? Hey, even even the Most High said, "I would laugh at your calamity." Oh, you just said that. He was giving that emotion to that. And then what anticipate you drinking? We drinking of the wine. We're gonna be laughing, even scoring that day.
That's right. That's right.
We're gonna be a vulgar. We're gonna be really hard cooked. Yeah. Genuine laughing. Yeah. But Gary is. Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
It says, Genesis 4:14. "Behold, thou hast driven me out of this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth."
Right, in the fugitive, what's the first instinct of a fugitive? They steal your ID. They use your name. They don't use their name. You better be careful around the fugitive. They try to get your ID, your social security number, and they come under the banner of another name. They be everybody but themselves. But through the Spirit, oh yeah, I see that. Hey, but through the Spirit, right? Spirit got on me to bring that out. That all these different camps are spiritual checkpoints. These spiritual roadblocks. So Esau been trying to run. They can't run nowhere. They can't say, you know what? Let's get out of America. They go to London. You're gonna see the brothers out there waiting on their ass. They go out to the island. You're gonna be brothers out there waiting on. Can I see your ID, sir? What's your ID? What's your identification? Who are you? You know? And just like Marshall brought up the point, when you come into the city, the gatekeepers will ask you where you come from. Who are you? What's your business here? Where you come from? What's your lineage? What stock do you come from? See? So that's us in the Spirit. Yep. So go ahead.
It says and it shall come to pass that everyone that found me shall slay me. Back in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed.
See, then shall that wicked be revealed. And see what? There was a mystery too. So the nigga said, well, no, Esau went and lost. The Israelites was the lost tribe. That's why we know. Well, the scripture just cut you. No? All right, go ahead.
It says, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Which is what? The truth, right? Now, what is the truth compared to? Light. Light. Now, what do a light do? Reveal things. You walk in the house, you can't see. If you got the light off, you liable to stuff your toe. When you turn on the light reveals things. So this truth has revealed all of you people, man. You know who you are. We know who Elon is. Like Elon right now, man. I didn't even know it. I was just like, yeah, I was really talking. We got Elon. We know who Elon is. And it's all due to your characteristics. That's why we read the scriptures. The scripture speaks about how the man was planted on the hill. Yeah. So, finish that out.
He said, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
With the brightness of his coming. And that's how the Lord is going to take you devils down. All right? Which we taking you down now. No problem. So go ahead.
Yeah, God. And just going into the algorithm, what the Ark brought out. This is Obadiah 6.
Hey, y'all don't want no parts of Obadiah, man. Y'all don't want, see, that's like the secret weapon right there, man. You don't want no part of Obadiah, man. Don't make us read the whole chapter of Obadiah. Don't make us read the 18th verse on your ass, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
This is Obadiah, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
How are the things of Esau? Whoa, hey, that's beautiful, man. That's a cut right there. Because Esau was hidden as well. All the nations were hidden. Like I brought out through the spirit, it was a covering cast put over the nations, man. Why? Because we're in a time where wickedness and deceit has dominated the planet Earth and the minds of you people. All right? All right. You know, the average people, man, I say this respectfully, man, the average person, I don't know what's going on out here, man. They're at the mercy of Esau. Whatever the news tell them, whatever they watch on TV, whatever they read in their paper, whatever blog, that's what they hold fast to, man. They totally gone. They sheep led to the slaughter, man. Straight up.
Right.
Go ahead, out.
God, and without doing their research, as they had on what I said.
Hey, because when you dead, you don't have a sense of direction.
Right.
You know, if you watch the zombie movies, the zombie just, he ain't even aware of the cop and to knock him over. He ain't aware of a motherfucker to hit him with a bat. They just a meat plate, you know what I mean? They just gotta be slaughtered. That's you people, you zombies, man.
Right.
But see, when you're aware, when you're quicken, you got instinct, you have a sense of direction. And it's all centered around the prophecies, man. Oh, matter of fact, I'll hold that and give me Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8 real quick. Because the prophecies is what? The prophecies let you know where you're going.
Yeah, that's right.
Here it is. You don't know what time it is. You just here. You don't even know when to go to sleep. You know what I mean? You don't know when to rest, when to wake up, when to eat. Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 8.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 8. If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old.
Oh, and that's dealing with wisdom. That's dealing with wisdom. She knoweth things of old. Meaning what? We can go into things in the past. All right, go ahead.
And conjectureth aright what is to come.
See, and conjectureth aright what is to come. That's a person that got instincts. Go ahead.
She knoweth the subtleties of speech.
She knoweth the subtlety of speech. Go ahead.
And can expound dark sentences.
And see, we can expound on dark sentences. Woo! Go ahead.
She seeth forth signs and wonders and the events of seasons and times.
Right, so we know the events of the mark of the beast. We know the events of the so-called white man getting ready to roll on you niggas and wage war on you Israelites. Read that last part again.
Come. It says,
hey, you can only do that when you're alive. Read that again.
And can expound dark sentences. She foreseeth signs and wonders.
See, she foreseeth signs and wonders, which is the prophet, the testimony of Yahweh Shah, the spirit of prophets. Go ahead.
And the events of seasons and times.
And the events of seasons and times, like the mark of the beast, like concentration camp. We possess that. See, we possess that. You know, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah. All right? So go back where you at, Obadiah. Don't make us read Obadiah, man. I'm telling you now. And ain't no way you devils can come up there and plead your case to us, man. No way at all, man. Because even if you somehow, oh shit. Somebody bring out Obadiah, and that's it, man. That's it, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Obadiah, verse 6. How are the things of Esau searched out?
See?
How are his hidden things sought up?
Yep. How is his hidden things sought up? Through us. Oh, matter of fact, that brings us back full circle. You got something? Get Deuteronomy 12 and 3. And then somebody bring that out again. 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. Because see, this is a war. Oh, when you look at all the different kingdoms, what was the determining factor that caused the transition of power, so to speak? It was really wars. The only time it wasn't a war, per se, was the ancient Babylonians and the Medo-Persian Empire. That was more like a surgical strike from King Darius. But it still had the sense of a war, you know, it was violent. See? Every kingdom was succeeded by another kingdom through the act of war. So what's going to bring in the kingdom of heaven? A spiritual war.
I'm sorry.
Although we know World War III is going to happen.
That's right.
But it's still a spiritual war that's being waged. And by us coming out here doing what we do, this is an act of war from Yahweh Shem Yahweh right here, man. Hey, that's the spirit right there. Hey, how you doing? Are you in the army, sir? Was. You was? Okay. That was the spirit. We were just talking about war. The brother walked up with the army on this side, you know? Right. So the transition of the next kingdom that's going to be ushered in, because America is going to be taken out of the way, man, according to the Bible, you know? Because a lot of people, they put a lot of stock into America. They think this place is going to just go on forever and ever. But the Lord is showing you that's just the tip of the iceberg. This place is in debt, trillions and trillions of dollars in debt, man. They're not going to bounce back from that. And that's spoken of in the book of Habakkuk. I think with the second chapter, we'll talk about they are laden with thick clay. So when you got thick clay on you trying to. Meanwhile, mosquitoes biting you and you vulnerable, man.
You saw this in a sticky situation you can't get out of.
Oh, that's it. That's a lesson. You saw in a sticky situation, man. And centered around Habakkuk the second chapter, the thick clay. You saw in a sticky situation, man. Yep, go ahead.
This is Matthew 20, 21, and 21. Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, verily I say unto you, ye have faith and doubt not. Ye shall not only do this which is done to the fig tree, but also ye shall say unto this mountain, be thou removed, and be thou cast into the sea, it shall be done.
Right, and what's that mountain? That's this nation, this system. We actually casting this mountain away. That's why the scripture say that. If you have faith, the grain of mustard seed, you can move the mountain. If you can pull up that mulberry tree, that's dealing with Esau. You know, that deeply rooted wickedness that has exceedingly polluted the planet Earth. We the only somebody that's making a change. What we doing is affecting the devil, man. You think Esau watching Brother Polite? You know, I'm just using that nigga as an example. Esau ain't watching Brother Khalid Muhammad. You know, some quiet niggas just using these big words. Esau ain't, Esau don't lose sleep over there. Esau got the record books. They got these prognosticators. They was told, look, if y'all ever watch Back to the Future, man, there's a beautiful scene in there, right? Where the dude, Bill, he said, look, if you ever see this bright-eyed scientist and this young kid coming, kill them. If they ever pop up, you kill them. That's the same warning Esau got. Whenever you see a bunch of guys come, he went back and told himself. Yeah, he went to the future and he told himself that. And that goes back to Lazarus and the rich man. He went into the future and he went back and he told his young self. He said, look, if you ever see this bright-eyed scientist and this young kid come, y'all gotta watch that. That's my favorite movie right there. All the trilogy is a trilogy. It's a part 1, part 2, and a part 3, man. And it's centered around time travel. It's bad, man. And that's where that guy Michael J. Fox got his stardom from that movie, for real. Then the Lord struck him with Parkinson's disease, man, after he did that movie, you know? But what happened was, he said, look, if ever, he went back and warned himself, he said, if you ever see this guy, because they actually had the almanac. And that was somebody to the scriptures, man. Yep. They had the almanac. Because the almanac, with the almanac, you can see who's gonna win all the games, all the Super Bowls and shit like that. So yeah, that's how he ended up getting rich. He was like Trump. Y'all gotta watch that movie, man. He had his own tower. That's who it was. It's a bad movie, man. And what happened, he said, man, when you ever see this bright-eyed scientist, and that's the spirit, because scientists go back to knowledge. The word science go back to knowledge. He said, if you ever see this bright-eyed scientist and this kid, you kill him. So they came in his office, and he said, he went to his safe and shit, he got a strap. He went to try to kill that man, because he was warned of them.
Yeah.
So moral of the story is the elites, they don't give a damn. They weren't warned about Polite. They was warned about us. They was warned about the men that was going to go out and go into these scriptures with authority, man. That's what Esau worried about. So what we doing, the work that we doing is effective, man. It's efficient and it's effective. It's penetrating the devil, man. Because Esau don't know how to combat you. If we came out, you know, that nigga with high tech, you know, you got niggas on the side with weapons. Esau be like, man, let's take these clowns out, man. But we coming out straight spiritual, you know? Yep, bring it out.
It's, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Yeah, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. This is not a carnal war right here. It's spiritual. The Lord sent us out on a spiritual war. Yeah, Esau, wow, man. Yeah, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Yeah, and that's dealing with the elites. That's really actually good with the rulers of this world, because they the ones that set the stumbling block. They set the pitfalls in the form of these legislation. These devils, hey, the mere fact that you got these devils looking to shut down thousands and thousands of YouTube channels, that's that spiritual fight. That's that spiritual fight right there. Because they think that we got to stop this truth from coming out. See? Yep, go ahead. And we keep hacking away. All of a sudden, you see another video uploaded. The brother got a wild title. You know, Esau going into captivity. That's us slashing and fighting, man. We on the front lines, man. We battling, we fight. We the men that's fighting.
That's right.
We the ones that's fighting. Oh, real quick, somebody give me 2 Corinthians 12. Let's start at verse 11. We're gonna go back to that. And look, Issachar. Issachar too, man. They just got over here probably like a couple of years ago. And they're like, man, we finna soak up this shit. They playing old Snoop Dogg. He having that. They're gonna be talking to us. When the last time you saw a nigga with shades like sitting up on top of their head, that captures relaxation, man. You feel like a nigga just, only thing you missing is a beach chair in a pinnacle like man, the most out to check Israel up, man. Yep, go ahead, 2 Corinthians 12, start at verse 11.
Yeah, this 2 Corinthians 12 and 11, I have become a fool in glorying.
That's what we have done. We have become a fool in glory. We fight. When you fighting, you going in, man. Go ahead.
It says, ye have compelled me, for I ought to have been commanded of you.
Yeah, you should be commending us. They should be commending us. They should say, oh, man, out here on the front lines. They risking their lives to push out the word. And during affliction, they're going out in the face of Esau, standing bold. Go ahead.
It says, for in nothing am I behind the very chiefest apostles, though I be nothing. Truly the signs of an apostle were wrought among you in all patience, in signs and wonders and mighty deeds. But what is it wherein ye were inferior?
Okay, that's it. Yeah, so the point is that, you know, we should be commended. We out here doing the work of an apostle. We've been sent to war, man. This is a spiritual war, okay? All right, so go back out where you was at.
Back in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12.
Whoever got that Deuteronomy 12, 2 Corinthians 10. Yep. So go ahead out.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
So this is a fight, man.
That's right.
This is a fight. We taking down strongholds, mental strongholds that's dominated the mind of you people, man. You Americans. They dominated your mind, man. Y'all finished, man. The best you can do. I mean, what's the best Americans can do? Like, and I'm gonna even narrow it down to the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. What's the best you can do? Go up to the Million Man March. Nah, man, that's a joke, man. That's not making any progress, man. That's good. Yep, go ahead, Doc.
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. So we ain't fighting the average Joe Six-Pack. We in a direct fight against the elites. This is the elites versus the elect.
That's right. What's up, my brother?
That's the two extremes. Okay, now. Yep, go ahead. That was it on that, Doc?
Yeah, that's on that.
All right. Oh, it's a little more on that? Okay, if it's a little more, go ahead, Doc. Bring it out.
Verse 13.
We'll go with that 2 Corinthians after that 10th chapter.
It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High,
That's it.
that you may be able to withstand in the evil day.
Yep.
and
Even
having done all to stand.
Yep. Hey, that's what we doing. We standing. We coming out standing. We standing stiffly, man. We being stubborn. You got that? We being stubborn and righteous. What you got? Second Ezra. Yeah, go ahead and get that. I'm thinking about that.
It's Second Ezra 2 and verse 47. It says, Salakia. It's Second Ezra 2 and verse 47.
Mm-hmm.
So he answered and said unto me, it is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Lord.
Right. That's us. We standing stiffly for the name of the Lord, man. Because what we doing? Well, hey, if you ever notice, like if you ever peep the ancient world, man, it's like it. The east, in the east, right? They'll come with the banner of whatever leader they support. They show his face, man. Like the Ayatollah command, they'll have his poster. That's how we coming. We coming within the we exalting Yahweh Shah. That's coming in the name of the Lord. The name of the Lord is like, just say like, I represent Crip. You know what I mean? I'm coming in the name, you know. We coming in the name of Yahweh Shah. We bringing forth the name of Yahweh Shah, man.
Right.
And the name of Yahweh B'Shem Shah really covers all bases, all sides of the spectrum. If you know the names of the Lord, you pretty much, you know, but script, it is a balance. You got some niggas that gonna call on the name of the Lord, and the Lord ain't gonna deliver them. But if you call on those names of sincerity, you out here on the front lines, and even if you're a believer, right? Guess what's gonna happen? You really coming in the name of the whole doctrine. When if you say, I believe in Yahweh B'Shem Shah, that means you believe in the doctrine. All right, so go ahead. Okay. 1 and 17, what verse you at?
Verse 14.
Okay, yep, read it down.
It says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth.
So like y'all, hold that, go back here. Yeah, stand there. And hey, I'm gonna say what's heavy, right? Hey, real quick, somebody get Isaiah 33 and 6 in the blue letter. Because we out here, man. We ain't going to, we out here, this is a part of the patience. We out here teaching. There's brothers that want to be edified. So we're gonna go into the twist and turn of these scriptures. You got to really go into this. 33 and 6, you go to the blue letter? Yeah, go to that stability. Let's see what that says. Because Esau been changing shit up, so that's why you gotta even be like weary when you go into shit. You can't just, you gotta wait, so let's see what it say. Because Esau fighting, that's his spiritual fight. Esau got nerves and all night. Oh, they just went into this precept, go into that, change that. You know what I mean? They're probably coming out, you ain't changed, you didn't change it. Motherfucker, I told you to change it 48 hours ago. You know how many videos can come out by that time? You got that step there? Hey, what is that?
That's how it reads. Firmness, all right, fidelity, steadfastness.
See, steadfast.
Steadiness. Yeah.
Steadiness. That goes into what? Standing steadfast, man. Firm. Steadfast. See? Go ahead. Is it more than that? That was it. So the stability of our time is that steadfast. We stable, man. Why you think we back out here this week? Because the ills of the world didn't take us under through the week, man. That actually happened to guys. We saw that. We done saw guys through the course of a week not become steadfast. When the following Saturday came, the course of the week knocked them off their square, man. Whether it was a job, we made it through this week still steadfast. We back out here again, right? Go ahead, I'll bring it up.
Yeah, it's more on that. It's like security.
That's what that is.
Stability, truly, verily. What else? Faithfulness. Okay, so that's what stability is. That security, that faithfulness. All right, that steadfastness.
Mm-hmm. Because when you secure about something, you ain't buzzing.
Yeah.
Yep, you know that?
That's when you're sure. You know you're sure about something.
You're not wavering. You're not wavering at all, man. We ain't in this thing like, man, we don't know, blah, blah, blah. And that's the problem with a lot of you guys that don't want to come up under the order, man. There's a lot of groups out there, they might be a little sincere, but you got to come up under the order, you know?
Right.
See, we got the sureness of if we can't get it, we can call a brother. We can go up the totem pole. I can call a brother and ask me something. And if I can't get it, I can call up to an elder. He can call up to an elder. We can actually consult. That's why the scriptures say there's safety, security, safety in the multitude of counselors, man. And that counselor is in the house of great millstone, the house of David. You got to be glad to be here, man. Yeah. Oh, man, he's showing love to you. Yeah, that's right. Yep. That's wisdom. The Lord deals with wisdom. Yep, so, you get that?
The second Ezra 2 in verse 25. Nourish thy children, or thy good nurse. Establish their feet.
See, establish their feet. And what happens with a baby? Somebody give me 2 Peter 2 and 2. Yep, somebody get that too while I talk. 2 Peter 2 and 2. It says, establish thy feet. See, that's scary. Everybody I told you a while back, the scriptures don't change. Everything is the same thing, man. That's the simplicity of the scriptures. Because you might read something, you come to something else and say, well, hold up, what is that talking about? Well, remember what you first read. It couldn't detour that far. So, yeah. 2 Peter 2. 2 Peter 2, the milk. Yeah, exactly.
That's Hebrews 2 chapter. That what you're talking about? Let's see. For everyone that uses milk.
Yeah.
Strong milk.
Yeah, get that too. But desire sincere milk. What is that? I thought it was 2 Peter. It might be 1 Peter. You got it?
Yeah, it's 1 Peter chapter 2.
Yeah, that's 1 Peter.
And I'm starting at verse 1.
Yep.
It says, wherefore laying aside all malice and all guile and hypocrisies and envies and all evil speaking.
That's it, right?
As newborn babes desire the sincere milk
Desire the sincere milk
of the word, that you may grow thereby.
that you might grow thereby. Hold that. I'll read that one more time. Because what happens with a baby, right? A baby, their legs wobble. When they're a toddler, they might take a couple of steps and they'll fall. And what makes their legs grow strong? Milk, man. So a baby can't stand still. A baby can't stand still. That's why you got to stay latched to this truth till you grow. You have dudes that come in, then they say, they get disgruntled, then they go and do their own thing. Well, you're going to fall, man, because you're just a baby, man. See? You got to stay latched until you can be able to stand enough to grow. Yep, go ahead, get what you got.
Now, this is 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it.
Yeah, read that one time.
This is 1 Corinthians 3 and 2. I have fed you with milk
it's coming up.
and not with meat, for hitherto ye were not able to bear it.
Hey, let me tell you something about milk, right? When you're a baby, you can't eat strong meat, but you can drink milk. But when you're a human, it's like when you're a grown up, you can eat meat, but you also can drink milk. So the milk never gets thrown away. The milk never gets thrown away. No, you can't eat meat when you're a baby. You can only drink milk. But when you're a grown up, they're going to see a baby coming out. You might want a milk. Hey, Ashley, we not saying. She's looking for a bottle right now. They got babies everywhere.
I'm reading on. For hitherto ye were not able to bear it, neither yet now are able. Verse 3, for ye are yet carnal. For
we was all like that. When you first came in, because I'll never forget, when I first came in this truth, I came in on the curses. I Lord could have easily, I could have came across this truth and saw a video dealing with the UFOs or something. That could have threw me off. But the Lord said that I came in straight on the basic milk. And I was like, damn, shit. That was the Lord straight up to you. Oh, matter of fact, get that real quick. We're going to go back. Get that. Who shall he teach knowledge?
Oh, yeah, this is Isaiah 28:9. He said, whom shall he teach knowledge?
Whom shall he teach knowledge, right? That proves right there that this ain't for everybody. Hey, that proves right there this ain't for everybody. The Lord got to select number who he gonna teach knowledge to.
That's right.
Just because you wanna know, that don't mean nothing, man. Like, just say like a superstar R&B singer, rapper come to your city. All those women in the front row, they desire him, but that don't mean he desire them. He gonna pick the couple that he wants and take them to the after party, man. So just because you desire the Lord, don't mean he desire you, you know? So the Lord gonna teach you who he wanna teach. Go ahead.
He said, whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine?
Whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Hey, man, these scriptures bad, man. Yeah, go ahead, I'll bring it out.
Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 4. For into a malicious soul wisdom shall not enter, nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
Right. That's a confusing scripture for a thinker. Like a mother who's trying to find out. He's like, hold up, I thought we all was sinners. That means that for the beginning of time, it's spirits on the earth that sin is not upon them. Man. You read about that in Psalm the 32nd chapter. There's certain spirits that sin has not been put on. You know? So our spirit is pure. All right? So go ahead, I'll bring it up.
Yeah, this is Romans 11 and verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for?
Right. Israel, they're seeking, man. Israel seeking, man. Israel to come up with a damn turban on their head. Israel, they symbolize it all the time. Israel will sell it to you. Even if they ain't got the knowledge, they gonna sell it to you. It's like come up with a motherfucker have a crown on his head, man.
All they need is a gimmick.
Yeah, Esau gonna get it. Esau go. That's like Israel. Hey, Israel's looking for that knowledge like a motherfucker, man. And if they ain't got it, they gonna substitute like I said. It's gonna be a gimmick. They're gonna have armbands, and they have different. Like they'll have on a damn turban, armband, and a damn martial art suit. You know what I mean? There's that motherfucker, you gonna believe me. One way or the other, goddamn. And a dashiki. Yeah, riding on a horse. Man, look, if I don't get you right here, motherfucker, you gonna believe me, motherfucker. I got knowledge. That's why you see the barbershop talk.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, everybody, even if it's some nigga walking down, hey, man, you know Steph Curry shooting over 30%. Niggas looking, man. But guess what? You ain't found the true knowledge. I know some nigga though. Nigga watch Steve and that nigga watch Sports Center. Hey man, you know Steve, Steph Curry and he shot on the 45% for the last 2 playoff games. Right there, niggas get into it. That's when the Lord man did a number on you, nigga. Matter of fact, go ahead, read that one more time.
This is Romans 11, verse 7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Yeah, they have not obtained that what they seeking for. Israel looking, man. Israel looking on all levels for knowledge. They looking for the answers, man. Israel want to know, but guess what? We got the answers over there.
That's right.
We know the mission of the kingdom of heaven. Guess what? We know the meaning of life. I can tell you the meaning of life up here. How about that? Yep, go ahead. Yep, go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 55, verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you.
Yeah, I feel like y'all read that one more time.
Verse 3, it says, incline your ear and come unto me. Woo! Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you.
Yeah.
Even the sure mercies of David.
Yeah, and they're dealing with the house of David because the Lord has pardoned certain spirits, but the Lord said, incline your ear. Which that shows you that the Lord is a snare. The Lord said, incline your ear, right? But when you read Matthew the 13th chapter, Isaiah the 6th chapter, the 9th verse, the Lord said he made their ears him. So the Lord said, look, I'm going to save y'all, but the only way I'm going to save y'all, y'all got to understand his knowledge. And then you give the understanding. So you can't get away from your how about you outside, man. Hey, because that's simple. You be like, oh shit, all I gotta do is understand and I'll be saved. Well, let me go to study all night. But guess what? The Lord gotta give you the understanding. Nothing hold that shit. Go ahead.
Verse 4, it said, behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and commander to the people.
Woo! Yeah, bring that up.
Yeah, it said, he says, giving them a witness to the people and the leader and the commander for the people, man. You know, basically, he's giving this unto men that he set up in leadership, man. All right? Starting with Yahushua. When Yahushua came to flesh, all right, he basically took the torch, man. He started that race, he started that run in that trial. And guess what? He gave that same torch to the apostles, man. That's right. All right? And the apostles later on down the line, that torch has been given unto us, the men of the Lord, to proceed with that torch, man, and continue to work, man. So it's no difference from back in the ancient world when you had men that were set up as leaders, all right, and such as Moses and the rest of the prophets. Now you got the prophets that are back today doing that same thing, man. All right, being the leaders to the people of people on the sun right now. All right.
Slide, no, go ahead. I was thinking that.
The Lord pretty much gave leaders to our people Israel, man. All right, to lead them in the right way, and that's also indicative to be a shepherd to the sheep, man. All right, this is that's why this is known as the work, man. The great work that we're doing for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man, being shepherds, and Yahushua being the chief shepherd, man.
Yeah, talk about that in 1 Peter the 5th chapter. We the shepherd. We shepherd. We the lead. You looking at your leaders, man. Right. But the Lord brought us about. We've been abased. We look poor. So the Lord is a snare all the way around, man. Lord don't want you to be good. Right. So go ahead. Do what you got. Oh, matter of fact, before you get this real quick.
You said John 3 and 29.
I think it's 29. Man can see no. Is that it? That's 27.
I think it's been Matthew. You talking about Matthew?
No, it's John.
John. Let's see, 27. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, it's John 3 and 27. John answered and said, a man can receive nothing except it be given from him from heaven.
Right, so a man can receive nothing except it be given. So the Lord said, wait, you're going to get the understanding. That's going to be the bridge to your salvation, right? But you can't receive it unless the Lord give it to you. That shows you that the Lord is a step. All right, so give what you got out.
Yeah, this is Hebrews chapter 5, verse 12.
This is a marvelous work of the Lord. Esau hung their hat on us just being simple coons and niggas, man.
Okay.
This is a marvelous work right here. This is a work right here, man. Because Jake want to see the Lord do some damn magic trick in order for them to believe. Matter of fact, real quick, since you and John, get to John 4, I think in 48.
Yeah, this John. It's like,
hey, our people, right? They want the Most High to come and do a damn magic trick and make the sky part. Then they say, you know what I believe? Like you're gonna box Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. When the Lord gave you subtle signs to believe, man. Subtle yet powerful. The fact that you got so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American who looked at as dumb coon, and we confounded Esau, man. That's a powerful work. Give me that.
Yeah, this John 4 and 48. It says, then said Yahushua unto him, except ye see signs and wonders, ye would not believe.
See, except they see signs and wonders, they would not believe, man. But here goes a sign and wonder right here, man. We out here breaking the scriptures down to you, man. We confounding Esau. We slaughtering Esau. We going to war, man. Now you can watch on the side of it. Oh shit, he's suplexed him. Oh shit, That's what we doing, man. We skilled with the sword, you know, and we cutting these devils up. And this side of the system being broken down, man. All right, go ahead.
This is Hebrews 5 verse 12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, they have need that one teach you again, which be the first principle of the oracles of the Most High.
Right, so you got to be taught when you come into this thing, man. We always taught when we came into this thing. You know? You got simple niggas out there that feel like they made it, and they broke off from the body, and they think they can do their own thing. And they end up being confounded every time, man. You know? Yep, go ahead. Yeah.
On vain opinions.
But that's eventually what happens.
Like you said, they want to box the Most High.
Yeah, you want to box in the Most High. Stupid ass nigga, man. It's the Lord program.
Continuing on, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat.
Yeah, you need milk. And it's a thing with milk, right? Do you know you can give a baby, goddamn Jello or some shit, they'll die, man.
Yeah.
You got to give a baby milk. It's some of the way of milk, the texture of milk, it goes down a certain way. Milk go down a certain way, man. You can give a baby, milk ain't just liquid. Like a simple nigga say, okay, if a baby can drink milk, let me give him a little coffee. That'll kill the baby, man. I mean, it ain't even got to be hot. I'm just saying, you can give baby Kool-Aid, they'll die, man. It's not milk. Because the texture of the milk is a certain way. It goes down a certain way. Right. Water and milk. So you gotta have water and milk. Water and milk. So that's how you feed a baby, man, with milk. And that's symbolic to the scripture. Okay? I'm warm put up on that. You ever heard the definition of concubine? That's my yeah, I got the background. Hey, get the piece out. Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 13, for everyone.
Hold up. Commotion. Concubine. In the late century, 380. Still back from the word cocky. It means. Yeah, go ahead. You gonna learn one way or the other dealing with that. We gonna break it down to you this way or that way.
Right.
One way or either way, we gonna win, man.
Right.
That's why we in it. We gonna win. We gonna win, man. You know, and we're gonna win because the spirit and power you have about some other stuff. Right. Hey, and that's heavy because you might try to explain, don't do it, no. And we got an explanation. If I can break it down to you while I'm doing this. Look, this is my problem. I ain't gotta do it, but if you want that, I can break it down to you while I'm doing it. Right. So that's the power you have about some other stuff.
All right.
Yep, go ahead.
Right. Yeah, Hebrews 5:13. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness.
Right, and that's how we all were. We first came into this thing. We couldn't go back and forth. We couldn't jest back and forth with guys. You know, we was just learning. We had to be built up in the spirit. You know, and that's a lot of you guys. All right, go ahead.
For he is a babe. Verse 14. But strong meat belongs to them that are full of age.
Yeah.
Even
that's
those
dealing with the spirit. Go ahead.
That's right. Even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
And what that is, the light. The more your light, when you first wake up, right? Because that's what this thing, when you first wake up, you groggy. 5 in the morning, you groggy. But around 10 o'clock, you see clearer. And as the day progresses, you see better and you can discern better. Motherfucker come asking you a question at 5 in the morning, you're going to tell them anything. Then all of a sudden, they're in your car. You told me I can get the car. Motherfucker, I was asking you, man. You take my goddamn car. You know what I'm saying? And that's the same thing with like a babe. You got to grow first before you be able to go back and forth with the scripture. We out here, we on the highest level conceivable, man. This is the highest level ever. Because let's say if you're a professor, you're in your own little domain. You can say, you know what, man, we through today. We're going to close up. Hey, we out here, man. Anybody can pull up. You know what I mean? Watch out, I can sit them over and pull up with books. And we're going to shut them down. You know? All right, go ahead. Oh, that's why real quick. That's why Yahweh said they don't come from the light. At least their deeds be exposed. So we got the light over here. Go through spirit and power. Yahweh about some outside. Yep, go ahead.
It's James chapter 1, verse 16. Do not err, my beloved brother. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above.
Woo. Hey, man. Bring that back out, dog.
Damn. Verse 16
hey,
says,
that's so heavy right there, man, because you know what? We didn't, it wasn't us willing and running to come up with this, man. None of the brothers you see out here right now, and all the brothers throughout the landscape of America, Babylon, near and far throughout the world, it wasn't of our own strength that we came out here and we able to break the scripture down. This came from Yahweh by Shah. This is a gift, man. Hey, that's actually the Lord equipping us with the necessary attributes to navigate through Babylon, man.
Yeah, we just read that earlier. So the whole armor of the Most High. Yep. So you're able to get through the wiles of the devil, like the scriptures say, man.
Yep.
Right? It's modern day devil, which is known today as Esau, man.
Yeah, and this devil, they get you with their philosophy. The different pitfalls, you might be on to some, then the devil, and like we saw the flat earth doctrine, it came through and swept people out of there. Hey, somebody hold Ephesians 4 and 14 too. Yeah, go ahead.
Back in verse 16, it says, "Do not err, my beloved brother. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and coming down from the Father of lights."
Oh, the Father of light. That light is symbolic to this knowledge, true knowledge. You know, you might have a cousin that graduated from Jack State, and you think they deep. That's that. Hey, matter of fact, give me Job 10, and I think that's 20, I believe. Where it say, go to Job, the 10th chapter, real quick. I'll find it.
Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, and I started verse 5. It says, who then is Paul and who is Apollos, but ministers by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man. I have planted, Apollos watered, but the Most High gave the increase.
The Most High gave the increase. It's the Most High that increases us, man. The reason why we're able to come out and we continue to show forth fruit, you know, that's because of Yahweh by Shah. It ain't because of us, man. You know, straight up.
So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither he that watereth, but the Most High that giveth the increase.
And that's he the husband. The Most High the one that, you know, causes you to grow. You know what prove that? You know, if you have a baby and the baby come out with autism, you had no control over that. It was Yahweh by Shah. You know? So yep, Job 10, started at 20.
All right, yeah, this Job 10 and 20. Are not my days few? Cease then and let me alone, that I may take comfort a little, before I go whence I shall not return.
Go ahead.
Even to the land of darkness.
That's America. Go ahead.
And the shadow of death.
And the shadow of death. Go ahead.
God, it says, in a land of darkness, as darkness itself, and as the shadow of death, without any order.
See, without any order.
And where the light is as darkness.
And where the light is as darkness. So if you got a degree, that's considered light, right? That's darkness. What you people consider to be knowledge and light is actually darkness, man. So just because you went to Alabama A&M, you don't stand a chance, man. Your light is as darkness. See? So that's why I just read the Father of lights. The true lights. All right? And this light is what's overcoming Esau. Because what happens when somebody's sleeping, you turn on the light? They're like, oh shit, turn that light off. That's the first instinct. This light is overcoming these devils, man. Because these devils is darkness. That's what they push. I tell you that in Isaiah 6 chapter. And guess what? It's not going to be us coming with matter of fact, somebody get Baal in the Dragon right quick, man. You know, a lot of people don't go into that. Get Baal in the Dragon. I think started the 25th verse. You ask this so-called Christian going to Baal in the Dragon, they're gonna say, what? When we going into the trash, we bringing out the treasures of the Most High. Started the 25th verse.
Yeah, God, this Baal in the Dragon, 25th verse said, then Daniel said unto the king, I will worship the Lord my power.
I will worship the Lord my power. Go ahead.
For he is the living power.
For he is the living power. Go ahead.
But give me leave, O king, and I shall slay this dragon without sword or staff.
See, and I will slay this dragon without sword or staff, man. Meaning we are not going to take an arm to slay the so-called white man. That's symbolic too. We slaying this damn dragon without a sword or a staff, man. We slain him with the spirit and power of Yahweh outside. Which, go back with that, unless y'all got some, get 2 Corinthians 10 and 4 again. But that's the very reason we out here. We out here to slay the dragon, but without sword and staff. That's like it just done bound the dragon, man. You got it? Bring it out.
The 2 Corinthians 10 and 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Yep, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Hey, and ain't that a direct link up what we just read in Bel and the Dragon? And when you go into that word Daniel, I mean, Daniel was known as the beloved, man. Too. John, that was John. Yep, go ahead.
Again, for the weapon of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to
through the Most High.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
Through the pulling down of strongholds. What did King David use to kill Goliath? A stone, man. So the Lord used us, great millstone, to take down the great giant, man. The dragon, as a kid, like you said, as a kid, man. Yep, bring it up.
Isaiah 47 and 2. Take the millstone and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the river.
Woo! Hey, and that's where David got that stone from out the river. That's where he got that stone from. Woo! Cephas, Peter, the stone. Yep, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 29.
Mm-hmm.
Happy art thou, O Israel.
Yep, read.
Who is like unto thee? O people saved by Yahweh, by Shem
people saved by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, man. Read.
Right. The shield of thy help.
The shield of thy help. Go ahead.
And who is the sword of thy excellency?
Yeah, who is the sword of thy excellency? Yep, read.
And thy enemies shall be found liars.
Yeah, go ahead.
Read it again.
Man, Salaki for that. But you know, hey, that's why Samuel, that's why Nehemiah, I just had that spirit, man. I wanted to take one of them niggas and rip that fucking head off, man. You know? Yep, go ahead up. But guess what? The Lord, oh, you had a question?
No, what you do?
Okay.
See yourself on that sign?
You see yourself on here? All right. Who are you?
No, we like that.
That's your thing. Y'all are the people of the Most High. That's why you got the so-called white man so he adamant about putting so much hell on you and oppressing you, keeping you from coming over here. You know?
Yeah, the last
Yeah,
one is the gospel.
Yes, y'all are the children of the Most High. And the name of the Lord is Yahweh. And son is Yahweh.
Hey, Sakar, what would be in Spanish? Like Sakar.
I can tell you in Spanish, but that word Issachar, when you break it down, it means men for hire.
Men for hire.
Men for hire.
No éramos de José.
Yeah, so y'all are the children of Israel.
Right.
And your power, his name is Yahweh, his son name is Yahweh. Have y'all ever heard of Quattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequattlequatt Well, y'all can probably Google it, you know.
What is this sign? What's
Oh, now this right here, bring that up. Yeah, because I know this pique your attention right here, right?
Yeah, it's like.
Hey, this is not the true image of the Lord, okay? Hey, let's see it.
Okay, like what you're saying is like this is not really him. That's what people see him. But it's just
Right, he wasn't a so-called white.
It's not like that. It's not.
It's a part of white supremacy. It's a psychological warfare. If you're in power, you don't want the people to think that the Lord of the universe looks like this.
Yeah, it's like probably. I understand what you're saying. Like we people like Mexicans, you know, we're gonna think that Jesus or God is brown.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But he's not. He's not brown.
He's not white,
And he's not white.
but he is brown.
He's
When you read the scriptures, you read these scriptures right here, you know, your own leisure time, you can go back and revisit those scriptures. Yep. Go ahead and you can type it in, revisit those scriptures, and the scriptures will support the fact that he looks more like this. Which we all brothers here.
what I have. I'm Christian.
Okay.
And
what I know is that what's his name? That guy that helped him pick up the cross.
Was it Simon?
Simon. He's
Like a dark-skinned guy.
yeah, dark-skinned guy. Is that true? Dark-skinned guy with kind of curly hair.
Yeah, but that's the
back
narrative.
then in those days, they're looking like that. I mean, they were from that type
Region.
of origin.
Right, yeah.
Region.
Yeah, that's right. But really, when you go into the so-called Negro, that land over there in Jerusalem, Judea,
Yes,
that's
yes.
where we came from.
Yes.
Now, in order to break that barrier down, you got to have a feel for history. You go into the time of 70 AD, we was chased out of that land. But we was chased into the interior of Western Africa, and we was later rounded up and brought over here as slaves. You know? But really the people, a lot of people, when they think about the Middle East, the farthest they can go is they think like somebody like Bin Laden or Arab. Or so-called, you go to Metro PCS, the guy behind the counter, that's who you think will be over there. But really, the people that come from over there look like us. And the northern tribe, now if you pay attention to the sign, it's the southern tribe of Israel. These are the darker colors of Israel. But the more lighter colors, you was over here in America, Central America, and the Americas, even Canada, before Christopher Columbus, which he was nothing more than a tyrant, he came over here and slaughtered your people, man, and took this land. That's why you see through the spirit, see the so-called white man is showing you that he is, but it's just us who are elected. You see this guy Donald Trump, right? He's hell-bent on building a wall, and he want to package and frame the so-called Mexicans as being the bad guy. Why is that? Because they are natural enemies. The same things they did when you go into the history, how they hung us, they brought us over as slaves. You can go into the history of the Ishkarites, the Native Americans. It's documented. We're not making this up. And who is the main catalyst to all this? The so-called white man. Right. He go and he wreak havoc throughout the planet Earth. He steal everybody's land, he hit them for their resources, and he oppress you. But we're in a time now where the Lord, this is how he look. He's about to come and redeem us from under this man.
Just like Palestine and
Like
Hebrew people, they don't
With
get
those
along.
people over there, they fake. They not the real Israelites.
Yeah.
We the real Israelites. We was took from their land and they took our land. You an Israelite.
Yeah.
You an Israelite. But one thing about the Israelites, there's 12 tribes.
So now, sorry for my ignorance, but since we are brothers, right? Black people are brothers, brown people, white men we are all brothers.
White man. Yeah, you can say technically. Yeah. Go ahead.
Technically, whenever people like, what are you saying? Like people that all have Christ in their heart.
Well, you know what? Somebody give me Luke the first chapter. Because we like to explain through the scriptures. Really, the Lord didn't die for everybody. The Lord only died for this people. On the side. Now think about it. Let me ask you a question. Who are the people that need to be saved? Who are the people that really need to be saved? Do the so-called white man need to be saved? Of course not. You got white privilege. They got everything they want. The so-called Chinese man don't need to be saved. Or the so-called African, which we not African. The so-called African, you go to these gas stations, they run that. Now, the only people need to be saved is the people on this side. The Guatemalans, the Cubans, the people that's looking for some type of safe haven, some rest. We are oppressed, persecuted by the powers that be. The so-called Mexicans, they try to paint the narrative like you got drug lords, right? They try to look at like, okay, these are the worst people, don't let them over there. But when you go into World War I, World War II, that was white on white crime on a global scale. So those are the biggest gangsters. Give me what you got. Luke 1, I think started like the 58th verse.
Yeah, it's Luke 1 and 58.
Yeah, go to the first time.
Yeah, it's Luke 1 and 58, and her neighbors and her cousins heard how the Lord had showed great mercy upon her, and they rejoiced with her. And it came to pass that on the 8th day they came to circumcise the child, and they called him Zacharias after the name of his father. And his mother answered and said, "No, not so. He shall be called John."
We're talking about John the Baptist. Go ahead. Read.
It said, and they said unto her, "There is none of thy kindred that is called by his name." And they made signs to his father how he would have him called, and they asked for a writing table.
Jump to the 68 verse.
All right, yeah, this this Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord of the power of Israel.
Hold up. Blessed be the Lord, power of Israel. See, that's what's been lost in the shuffle. Everybody want to make it seem like the Lord is the Lord of all the other nations. No, it's only the power of Israel. And these are the true Israelites. Right?
He said, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people.
His people, that's a possessive word. His people. Who the only people need to be saved? These people on the side. We the only people. You get pulled over by a cop, you don't know if he's going to overfile you. When the last time you heard a so-called Chinese shot by a cop? Read.
So, okay, so, but what about everybody else?
The other nations?
Yeah, did they come in the picture?
No. What? We're going to keep reading.
Okay.
We're going to let the scripture speak. Go ahead.
It says, and have raised up an horn of salvation.
That word horn means power. The Lord raised up a power of salvation, which is the one who the world calls Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahweh Shah. Go ahead.
It says, and have raised up an horn of salvation for us.
For us. That's possessive. Like if I came to your house and you cooking, and I say, hey, can I get some of that? You know, whatever you cooking, you say, nah, that's for us. That's what this scripture is saying, right? Go ahead.
Who is talking about right there?
They're talking about the Israelites. Go ahead. Keep reading right here.
It says, and raised up in salvation, a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets.
And we the holy prophets. Go ahead.
Which have been since the world began.
That's right. Read.
That we should be saved from our enemies.
Saved from our enemies. And you go to church tomorrow. I know you're going to go to church tomorrow. She's going to have you think that everybody is friends. That's a part of that smoke screen to keep you in further derision, to keep you asleep, to keep you waking up like a zombie, go to work, clock in, and don't think. Scriptures tell you that we have enemies. And it's no, we ain't got to really go into it. We can show you the history. Hey, when you go into those border patrols and the so-called Mexicans try to come over there, they doing all type of atrocities to those people. They splitting up their families.
But
they the devil, man.
And the Bible says that we don't have. The Bible says that we don't have any enemies by flesh. Like our brothers are not the enemies. The Jews are not the enemies. It's a spiritual.
Well, hold up. Yeah, that's right. It's a spiritual fight. But let me show you something. Was it spiritual when they slaughtered the natives? You know that the memoirs of Christopher Columbus. When he came over to America, he slaughtered 1 million Native Americans a year in a 4-year campaign. That wasn't a spiritual war because everything is balanced. You have a spiritual aspect, but it spills over to the physical. Everything is played out on different levels. So in order for you to confirm something, it's just like you can say, well, hold up. This person right here, I'm going to give him the keys to this car. But it can't be finalized unless the paper gets physically signed or something like that. You can put it in motion, but some got to bind it, you know? So the physical manifestation of something is the confirmation of the spiritual one. If you follow what I'm saying, go ahead. Because everybody ain't smart. Let's say like you're a baby, right? If somebody walk up to him and punch him in the face. He ain't smart to know why. He know this guy don't like me because he physically hit me. That's the evidence. He ain't got time to sit down and break down the nuances and the ins and outs.
I understand that, but since we came in this world, we all we flesh, right?
But everybody's not equal.
Exactly, but there's something inside of us, or something we call Satan, that drives people up to fight against my brother.
Because it's the vibration on the planet Earth. Let me ask you this, right? If the gun wasn't never created.
It's not really because you're black, or because I'm brown, or because you're white. It's something behind us, which is called the devil, that makes this thing to fight white with black, black with brown, and brown with white.
Well, let me ask you this, right?
White for yellow feathers.
There's no problem with skirmishes and fights, because that's how you establish your authority. No problem with it, but it's a difference between wickedness. Like if I was to come and overthrow you, I overthrow you. But if I force you, let me ask you this, right? When you read the scripture, is homosexual, being a homosexual, lawful or not? Not right, right? But who makes it right?
What I think that makes it right is
The laws and legislation, right? Let's just be honest. Like,
yeah, but there's something behind that. It's not only
hey, we know behind it. We're gonna tell you. We're gonna tell you behind it.
It's not
the so-called white man. The guy who has the power.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah,
But
let me ask you this, right? Let's say this real quick.
Stop following, over here Satan, because I mean, you know that you and I, we don't have no power, or the white man doesn't have no power. He doesn't have somebody behind him.
Yeah, we know we can go to the source. Like, I'm gonna say this, right, real quick. The one that signs the laws and legislations and the power is the so-called white man. They're the ones that make it right to be a homosexual. So that means he's the wicked.
Yeah, but what did they drive? What did they?
What's the
What
driving
is
force?
right with them?
The left hand side.
Yeah, the left hand side. Yeah, they're the wicked. Matter of fact, give me Proverbs 16 and 4 real quick. Because the Lord.
Because if you see white man or anybody, let's talk about anybody. Let's not just.
Well, let me ask you this, right? I get where you're coming from, because I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I kind of had that same thought. Like, everybody, but when you look at a broad, from a global point of view, when you take a glimpse into history, who wreaked havoc on the planet Earth? Like, you can't look at any other nation. Get that. Because you got to understand the powers that be. See, I'm gonna tell you another good thing. When you deal with biblical timelines, right? It always is centered around the rise and fall of kingdoms. You have the Babylonian Empire, you have the Medo-Persian Empire. And right now, you have the so-called white man of leadership, which is in the form of NATO and the UN and the EU. By the way, what's the word EU stand for? The European Union. So really, when it comes to like just the average people who walking around the earth, they don't really know the magnitude and the ramifications of what's going on the planet Earth, because it's such thing as bread and circles. You got restaurants, you got a job, you ain't got time to think of these things. You're gonna go clock in, but in order for you to control the masses of the people, you gotta distract them. You can't have them think what's really going on. It's about races. It's really about races.
Now, if I got that part now, they say those people recently, right now where they are, right there. They are, and I know
Some of the bankers.
They are on the top.
That's right.
But what about the people that the same race, right? They are right here at the bottom, just like you and me.
Right.
That they don't
That's
have
a great,
the power.
that's a great question.
They don't have the power to say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna sign this bill to say that it can be almost.
Hey, because I'm gonna say this.
What about
do you know? I'm gonna break it down for you. Do you know about the story of Egypt when we came out of Egypt, Moses? Okay. Now, when Moses went to the Pharaoh, it was known as what? The house of Pharaoh. Meaning, you had certain Egyptians that was elite. They was top tier Egyptians, and you also had Egyptians that was at the bottom of the totem pole. Everybody can't be the same. Everybody can't be the same. No, you're gonna have. Matter of fact, if y'all got that, you found that. The poor always be amongst you. Get that with your house I feel. And if y'all got something, get them on the mark. Because think about it, right? And just to simplify it, and the Lord gives you tangible, like for an example, the one who they call Jesus Christ, when he wanted to drive a spiritual point home, he would say, consider the lilies of the field, or consider the fig tree. He would use tangible things to drive home a spiritual point. And I'm gonna do that. When you go to your job, right? Somebody got to keep the bill cold. Everybody ain't signing a check. Somebody go pick up the paper before. See? It's level. Right?
Yeah, this is on Mark 14:7. For ye have the poor with you always. And
you're going to have the poor with you always. So somebody got to be poor on all levels. See?
And whatsoever ye will, ye may do them good, but me ye have not always.
No, when you go into Egypt, I would use that as an example. The ancient Egyptians, you had the house of Pharaoh. All the Egyptians wasn't on the level of the Pharaoh. You had Egyptians that actually
they didn't have the power.
They didn't have the power. You actually had Egyptians that dwelt with the Israelites.
Yeah, but whenever, even though Egypt, they flew away, they went out whenever the Israelites went out from the Egyptian land.
Yeah,
They
went
went
with
them.
Right.
So now what I'm trying to say is that there's some people out here that believe normally that they don't have the power, as let's talk about that. They don't have the power to sign any deal. They don't have the power that these guys.
Right.
These guys.
They don't got the power.
You know, so they are just like us. They don't have the power to say or to think, oh, you know.
I'm gonna show you something, right? I'm gonna show you about the Lord, though. Give me, let me think real quick. It's gonna come to my mind. What's that? First Ezra 8:77. I'm gonna show you something. First Ezra 8:77. Because when we went in captivity, the Lord didn't say, you know what? I'm gonna just take some people. We all had to go. And that's the same with the so-called white man. Each and every one of them got to pay. Even if they didn't have nothing to do with the laws being passed. Somebody got to bring it up.
This is First Ezra 8:77. And for our sins and our fathers, we with our brethren and our king.
See? We with our brethren
and our king.
And our king. Go ahead.
And our priests.
And our priests. Even the ones that didn't do wrong.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Were given up unto the kings of the earth.
Go ahead.
To the sword and to captivity.
And to captivity. All of us had to go into captivity. That's how the Lord judged. So the Lord ain't going to say, you know what? It was a so-called white man that was asking for change. Because I'm going to hit you with a mystery, right? There's a such thing as reincarnation.
It's not.
Yeah, it is a such thing as reincarnation. You was here before. It's known in regeneration in the Bible.
Mírame.
So the Lord is perfect.
Ah, a ver, ponte ahí. Mira.
Now, well, I don't believe in reincarnation, but there's a Bible says, you know, if you die once, you know,
yeah, I know it's good you're talking about.
It doesn't say about oh, you're gonna come back.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. If you was to die right now, right? That means you died once. Hey, somebody got after death, since judgment comes. You got that? Get that. Get the one in the pocket. I think it's 2 Ezra 14 and 33 or something like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Ecclesiastes 3:15. It said that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been.
That which have. Pay attention. Read that one more time.
That which.
And your pastor ain't gonna give you this, man. Trust me. He ain't gonna give you this. Go ahead, read.
Yeah, it's Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which have been is now.
That which have been is now. Read.
And that which is to be have already been.
And that which is to be has already been. You ever heard of something called deja vu?
Yeah, like you're saying, like. Yeah, we know about that.
Like when you felt like you've been here before. Have you ever experienced that?
But that
ain't no coincidence.
Yeah, but you know that's a spirit. That's not.
Thank you. Yeah, that's spirit. So you know what? You got to trust more in the spirit. You got to trust because that can't be explained. That's you. You. If I can tell you no reincarnation, but you know what you can say? You can say, I felt like I've been here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read.
Yeah, it says.
Hey, watch this. Read. Watch this. Go ahead.
And the Most High requires that which is past.
The Most High requires that which is past. So when you see somebody that was born with one arm, they past for something they did in their past life. We'll show you that. Read.
Look, it said, and moreover, I saw under the sun.
Under the sun. Oh, let me ask you this. You believe in hell, right? We already know. Watch this. Read.
And moreover, and moreover, I saw under the sun.
Under the sun. What's under the sun? The earth. Right?
The place of judgment.
The place of judgment. That's why you got nerves. Somebody give me Luke 24. When you die, you don't have a body. Give me Luke 24. You know what I want? Let the spirit have nothing. Now peep this, right? That's the devil. Don't listen now. You're going to get the hold off now. See, this thing is heavy. People going to get you into another conversation and you ain't going to get the knowledge. Now peep. If you was to walk away now, right? You got some soft shoes and you stuck your toe on that turn. That was judgment. The Lord say in the scriptures, under the sun is the place of judgment, the earth. Go ahead. Watch this. Luke 24 and start at 38. Now you remember when the Lord died and he was resurrected. We're gonna go there. Watch this.
Yeah, that's Luke 24 and 38. And he said unto them, why are you troubled? And why do thoughts arise in your hearts?
Go ahead.
Behold, my hands and my feet.
So the Lord said, look at my hands and my feet. Right? Read.
That it is I myself.
Go ahead.
Handle me and see, for a spirit have not flesh and bones.
Read that again.
It says, behold, my hands and my feet, that it is I myself, handle me and see. For a spirit have not flesh and bones.
Why did he say that? This is not for your entertainment. This is not a novel. This is for edification. Why don't a spirit have flesh and bones? Because flesh and bones is how you feel pain. When you read Job, the 3rd chapter, it explains it all. If somebody can get that Job, the 3rd chapter, it explains it all. When you die, you are at rest. There's no such thing as hell, trust me. Now, the word hell is in the Bible, but it's not dealing with, hell is just a condition.
Hell is a precedent. It's like a precedent.
So,
what I know,
it's just a condition.
what I know hell
What's hell is what how people go through at the point. That's hell. This was hell on our people. What Christmas was understanding, that was hell.
We can show you that in the scriptures. And let me ask you this: where in the scriptures do it say you burn forever? It don't ever say that. That was incorporated. If you was to Google, go Google Greek mythology. That goes back to Greek mythology. And guess who the paper trail go back to? Once again, the so-called white man.
Let's go back to the original. The word of God is like that. The word of God is like that. You know, you go to another king and another go to another. It's like
we welcome that. Whatever you bring out, we'll deal with it.
So the only thing that I get all of that, you know. But the only thing is that that I'm gonna probably finish with that. Is that the Bible says that He died for every man. Okay. They say in man.
What about though?
Huh?
What about? Give me that. You got it. It don't. X5. Because really it don't say that.
And man.
It don't say that. I'm gonna be honest with you. It don't say that.
Well,
that's that psychological thing that's been groomed. You've been groomed and conditioned to believe that.
It has the God
for the world, right?
The world. Who's the world?
And that's why, you know what? That's why I know y'all got to go.
Tell me who's
I can break that down for you, but if you can wait for a second. Thank you. Give me Isaiah 45 and 17. You got it? And hold up. Let's go into these words. Because when you go into the word world, right, it's not as open and shut case as you think. When you hear the word world, your perception is the entire planet Earth. There's different meanings to the word world. You ever heard of the concept of root word? Like the root word, let's say you got one tree. That tree has different roots. So, but it's one tree, but it got different roots. That word world is not just designated to the planet Earth. That word world means different things.
What I know that means is the word Hebrew is to do.
No, the word world in the is that Orkamini? That's for the whole known world. Orkamini. Now, this phrase right here. This phrase right here. You ever heard of the phrase of the end of the world? Right? Do that mean that entire planet Earth won't be destroyed?
Well, I don't know what
End of the world is el fin del mundo.
And let me ask y'all this. I ask y'all this respectfully, right? There's a saying, this is a quote from the Bible. There's a quote, a phrase, the end of the world, right? Is that world the end? Does that mean the entire planet Earth won't be destroyed? No. Give me Ecclesiastes 1 and 4 real quick. You got to bring it up.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 4. One generation passeth away, and another generation cometh.
That's reincarnation. One generation passes away, and another generation cometh. Your son right there, that's your granddaddy, man. See, this is the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven right here. That's your granddad. That's why you love him so much. Go ahead.
But the earth abideth forever.
But the earth abideth forever. So that means there must be a contradiction here. it's a scripture that says the end of the world.
Yeah.
I ain't want to mess up there. She gonna go home and she gonna look at it. She's gonna say it between the eyes and shit.
No,
Oh.
I'm sure of what I believe, so.
Okay.
We're
Yeah.
sure that we
So I'm
believe
not gonna
that,
think that.
Okay.
but we back to the scripture that we were talking about.
Okay, we here. Let's read this one more time. Now let me ask y'all this then. Since you so sure, when you read the scripture that say the end of the world, which that's in the book of Matthew 24.
But we're not talking about that word. We're talking about the world that God
So you're acknowledging that it's more than one world. Give me Hebrews 1. Hold up. So he just acknowledged. He just acknowledged that there's more than one world. Now hold up. We're going to break it down for you. Give me Hebrews 1 and 2. It's a reason why we here and you right there. We do this, man. We teach this word every week. Give me Hebrews 1 and 2. Give me Hebrews 1 and 2.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2.
And if you don't accept this, then that's on you, man. We don't care if you accept it. Hebrews 1 and 2.
It's on Hebrews chapter 1, verse 2. Have in these last days spoken unto us by his son,
We the prophets. Go ahead.
whom he hath appointed heir of all things,
Go ahead.
by whom also he made the world.
Hold up. Read that one more time. Read it again.
It's Hebrews chapter
You
1,
read that?
verse 2. Have in these last days spoken unto us by his son.
In the last days, this is the time appointed where the Lord actually revealed this book. Your grandma didn't know this book. The Lord reserved the understanding of this intricate book to us. Go ahead.
Whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
The world, plural. The world. So when you read John 3 and 16, that world is talking about the world of Israel. And we can prove that with scriptures.
But that's not a world.
That is a world. I'm going to prove it to you. Give me Isaiah 45 and 17. See, let me ask you this. Is you going to believe me, or am I going to believe you, or we going to believe what the scripture says? Thank you. Give me Isaiah 45 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. It said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord
Hold up. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord. Go ahead.
with an everlasting salvation.
Everlasting. Go ahead.
It said, you shall not be ashamed nor confounded.
Go ahead.
World without end.
Read that again.
It's not saying that
See, bro, we can't. Bro, you don't get it. Hey, thank you. Thank you, bro. You can move. Hey, we're going to read it one more time.
It's a world.
He just said it. What
It
else?
say the end of the world, but it doesn't say
It didn't say end of the world. Read it again. It didn't say end of the world. Read it one more time.
You shall not be ashamed nor confounded. World without end.
Read it one more time all over. Read it all over one more time. Hold up. Now, if you can't get this, bro, y'all just go ahead on by your day. Read.
It said, but Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
Israel gonna be saved with an everlasting salvation, meaning what? He's not only just gonna save them in the time of Egypt or in the time of Joshua. It's gonna be everlasting. Read. Because here it is. We done showed you the evidence. Here it is. Trump telling you people, you Israelites, he's telling you he don't want you people over here. He want to kill your ass, and you want to save him. How people finish, man? Read. We're giving you the good news, and you want to reject it. Go ahead.
Israel shall be saved.
Hey, let's show that they the Israelites. Oh, yeah, let's show that they the Israelites. They hard head. Go ahead.
But Israel shall be saved
It say, but Israel shall be saved. Read. Oh, look, listen.
in the Lord
In the Lord, read.
with an everlasting salvation. You shall not be ashamed or confounded. World without end.
World without end. World without Israel is the word.
When I get the scripture is I get it. But the knowledge that you try to put it on people's mind or in my mind.
We're not trying to do nothing. You ain't got to believe it. Obviously, you don't believe it. And give me Acts 7 and 51. No, let's just get them out. Read that real quick. Give me Acts 7 and 51. We get them out of here.
I cannot believe somebody that is selling me.
We don't want you to believe
Oh,
it.
okay.
We don't want you to believe it. Read, give what you
This
got.
is John, St. John 17 and 9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
So that's the Lord speaking. What he meant by that?
Yeah, I understand.
No, you got to answer that.
Okay, but
We don't want to hear your opinion. You got to deal with the scriptures. No, we don't want to hear your
St. John
opinion.
17
You got
and
to deal
9.
with the scriptures.
I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
We can't help it that you don't know the scriptures. So
no. I know the scriptures.
Well,
but
we read the scriptures.
Why you
What that say?
read that Jesus said, "Love everybody"?
well, it don't say that. It don't say that.
Where?
Pull it up.
Pull it up.
What's about
Get on the new level.
He
It's
said, love everybody.
St. John 17:9. I pray for them. I pray not for the world.
So the Lord said he prayed for them, he prayed not for the world. So that's right, John 3. No, you got to ask yourself, what is the scripture talking about? Give me Acts 7:51.
I want to get
This is Acts chapter 7 and verse 51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in
You
heart and
stiff-necked, you
ears.
stiff-necked, man. We showing you the scriptures and you want to come up against the Lord, man.
Right.
Read that.
It's on Acts 7:51. Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and
Hey, what
ears.
you going to do when martial law is out here, man? What you going to do when that famine hit America, man? When you're not going to have that little goodie to go box. What you going to do when this place shut down, man? When Trump issued for those martial law troops and those Gurkha troops to rush through America, man. And them concentration camps and them FEMA camps is open, and you're going to be cast up in there. Then you're going to wonder about the Lord, man. Bring it up.
Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and all your
He's talking about the commandments.
Hold on. The second commandment,
Is love who?
which is
We know that scripture well. Go
love
ahead.
your neighbor as
Your
yourself.
neighbor. That's talking about your Israelite brother. That's your neighbor.
It doesn't say Israelite brother.
No, but you got to be able to ask you to extrapolate. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Hold up. How come the so-called white man don't love Mexico? How come the so-called white man don't
gonna love just blacks and brown?
Hey, go ahead. Give it to me. Let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you this question. When the Lord came down with the commandments, who did he bring the commandments to? Was it everybody or the children of Israel? Give me Malachi 3:6. Hold on. Ask you a question. Hold on.
Adam and Eve.
Hold on. We'll get there. Hold on. We'll go there. Hold on.
They only
Slow down, bro. We'll get there.
Let's go back there.
We're going to go there.
Adam and Eve.
We're going to go there. We're going to go there. We're going to go there. Hold up. We're going to go there. I asked you a question, right? I'm going to let you talk. You're going to have it after this. You said, we asked you about the commandments, right? The commandments were given to Israelites. What you just read was a quote from the commandments, brother.
Because they changed.
No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, hold up, slow down, bro. What you just read was in the commandments, to love your neighbor, right? And I asked you who the commandments was given to. The Israelites. Give me Malachi 3:6. Hey, give me Malachi 3:6.
Malachi 3 and verse 6. And it says, for I am the Lord, I change not.
So the Lord always dealt with Israel. He don't change, bro. Just because you've been in this modern world, if you heard Joel Osteen or some pastor or teacher, he had you to believe that everybody's equal. That's not true, because if everybody's equal, why Trump won't let you Mexicans in America? Here it is, you want to love everybody, but so-called white man hates your fucking guts, man.
Right.
Yeah, but that's what the word says.
No, that the word don't say that. You don't understand the word.
Like everybody loves, no?
The scripture don't say love everybody, but you just read didn't say love everybody. Your neighbor, let me ask you who your neighbor. If you, what community you live in?
What community I live in?
You ain't got to tell. I live in Ensley, right? My neighbors is who live among us. When you go into the ancient world, when you go into Judea, the region of Judea, Jerusalem, let me ask you this. Where was the land of Edom in Israel on the map? Edom. You don't have one clue. So you don't understand what the scripture. No. Let me ask you, where was Edom located when it comes to Israel on the map? You don't know.
It was not located.
It was located. It was a place. Where was it located? Was it south, east, west? Where was it? You don't know, bro. And I'm asking you that because I know you don't. No, I'm asking you the land of Edom. That's in the Bible. Where was, when you go to Jerusalem, right, in the ancient world, where was the land of Edom? You don't know, right? So you don't know the concept of the word neighbor. That alone showed me that you don't know the concept of the word neighbor. That neighbor is talking about your fellow Israelites. Period. Period, bro. When you go into the time of Abraham and Moses, Abraham went, when he rescued Lot, he killed them people up in there, man. He killed them people up in there, man. So, brother, you've been in America too long. That's all. Go ahead. Here's a new. You got to tell.
Verse 48. It says, but he answered, it said, but he answered and said unto him that told him, who is my mother and who are my brothers? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold,
That's the
my mother.
Lord. That's your sweet Jesus people. They asked him, they said, look, your mother want to see you outside. He said, hold up, who is my mother and who is my brother?
Are the one that the wheels?
That's your neighbor. That's the neighbor. So I'm going to love somebody who celebrate homosexuality? Give me Isaiah 13 and 15. Give me Isaiah 13 and 15. We getting the scripture. You keep talking about the scripture. We getting them. I can't trust just some guy with a pizza to go box. Go ahead. You in America, man. Go ahead.
Hey, this is Isaiah 13.
You symbolize America. You look like a guy I go in front of the desk and you tell me my next bill. You symbolize America. You don't know what's going on here. Read Isaiah 13.
This is Isaiah 13 and 15.
You have become acclimated to this place. Read.
Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
That's the spirit of the Lord. The Lord said, what thrust through mean? The Lord is on some gangsters. When the Lord said, I'm going to thrust you through. All right? Why? Read.
It says, and everyone that is joined unto them,
right, you join to their peace to these people, man. Read.
Shall fall by the sword.
So it's a separation. Everybody, somebody got to be your enemy. You see the word neighbor, now you think we're going to lock arms and sing kumbaya, man.
But you're talking about flesh right there. Nah.
What you mean, brother?
Yeah,
you in the flesh.
Yeah. But
break it down to me, brother.
I explained that it's not against us, our brothers. I mean, it's not against. I mean, because I can.
Bro, so you ain't trying to
let's say, okay, no, let's say. When you consider my right now, will you consider me as an enemy?
Yeah.
Why not?
Right now, now you're an enemy.
Okay, you
now
say
you're an
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even though you're an Israelite, you're an enemy.
But I thought I said Israelites, we get along. Yeah.
No, we brought, but no, you prove that you're an enemy of the Lord. Give me Luke.
So now became like white fantasy. That's what you're trying to say?
No. You don't believe in the Lord. How about some outside? You rejected the Lord.
Yeah, this Luke.
So anybody from here can be.
We the prophets of the Lord. Yeah.
So okay. So what?
Yeah, that's your I'm gonna ask you this. The Lord. No, I didn't.
Yes, you are.
You didn't know. No, you didn't hear the whole story. That's just like you watching a movie.
So you say
you didn't watch the whole movie.
Wow. Look what you're trying to say.
If you stay up here long enough, you'll know what we really about.
Cue that right here. You say Negro.
He just bumped in the movie.
Hold on. You say cue that right here. You say Negro.
And you them. Okay. I know what I said.
So it's not about just white people then.
No.
Because I can become
you're my enemy. Hey, give me Galatians.
That's what I'm trying to tell.
Bring this up. Hey, give me Luke 9 and 62.
Hold on. It's not only. Hold on. Look here.
I got it on that. Luke 19.
Get that.
Can you stop and just hand me out a little?
No, I thought you loved the Lord. I thought you loved the Lord.
So it's not only this guys. Like you trying to say, it's not
you too.
It's you too.
No, it's not me. Because I'm on this side.
Your color.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just right here.
No, it's only the elect. You didn't listen long enough. The Lord only gonna save 144,000. I'm not fixing nothing. We've been out here way before you got here.
You're beginning with them guys, and you were like,
I try to simplify it for you. I try to simplify. You're gonna be destroyed. Guaranteed, you're gonna be destroyed. And you know we're gonna prove it. You're gonna die.
No.
Go ahead, read that.
It's Matthew chapter 18 and verse 17.
You're gonna die, just like them.
It's Matthew 18 and 17.
Hey, the Lord ain't gonna save everybody. Go ahead. That would make salvation precious.
Matthew 18 and 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them.
Let me ask you this. He know the scripture so well. What happened to the Israelites when they came out of Egypt and went into the wilderness? Didn't the Lord kill them?
Some of them?
Yeah, thank you. And you fall apart.
But you know, why did he kill them? Why?
Because they didn't believe.
Exactly. Okay.
And you don't believe.
You don't believe.
No, you don't. You don't believe in us.
Is it no? Because I consider my brother, you know.
No, you're not my brother.
Hold on. I consider white people my brother.
So you can't we just read the scripture. And you got to talk to him.
It's Matthew 18 and 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen man.
So you just said the word heathen means another nation. So you just said, I love the white man. The Lord's gonna kill you for that.
Why would you do that?
Because you went against your people. See, what you've been in America. I tried to tell him, right? He dismissed it. You've been in America too long. You know what proves that? Your uniform. You walked up, you look like a guy that's been sell me a cell phone. Look, brother, you walked up. You're my enemy. That's right, brother.
Why? If I'm right there, you say Mexican.
No,
why?
Because all the Mexicans ain't gonna make it.
So what I'm trying to
You
say
gotta believe.
now, you can be. You say my enemy, you're my enemy.
You
So,
my enemy,
but you're
bro.
not white.
Because you just declared
Hold
it.
on. And I'm
You
not
just
white.
you
Hold
say
on.
you trust in
I'm
the
not
so-called white. Let me ask you this. Let's simplify it.
No.
Hold up. If you
Look,
fighting, if we're in a physical war, right?
Am I
Look,
white?
if you're in the
I'm white.
MS-13,
I'm
hold up, no. If you, no, you're not, brother.
Those are your enemies.
Act like you didn't beat. You're not white, brother. I know you're not.
Okay,
Thank you.
so, but I'm right there.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Now hold up. Listen.
So it's not just about just white people, but even your people can be your enemy.
Thank you. Oh yes. Oh yeah. We know that.
Okay, so it's not just about white people. So
Come on here.
Now let me say this.
hold on. Now,
Brother.
if you got somebody, let's say,
Is he gonna come and teach the next week? No. Y'all gonna be out at the movie. He's trying to teach us.
Hold on, No, I'm not trying to teach anything.
Fall back 1 second.
Hold on. Now,
We riled him up.
so you against me because, hold on, you against me.
The Lord
You
against
say-
you. The Lord
Hold on,
rejected you.
you against me.
Give me
because
Luke 10 and 16.
I'm the enemy.
Give it to
Hold
you.
on.
These are Romans.
Let the scriptures come out. You hate the Lord.
No, I don't hate the Lord.
He don't want to hear the Lord.
No.
Give Luke 10 and 16.
I
See,
don't
we
listen
trying to
to
eliminate
you.
our own opinion over
You
here.
gotta listen, but you gotta listen to me.
So I'm gonna just
too.
believe some guy. Just a guy with a pizza box.
Sometimes it's a common sense.
So I'm gonna say, you know what, bro? Hold up now. I don't know about you guys. This guy. This guy. Come on.
So you
He's been up here all with 35 minutes. He don't go back to the crib. You live up in Homewood, and I already know your story, brother.
No, I don't live in
Hey, go ahead. Give me what you got.
I don't live in Homewood.
Hey, give me Luke 10 and 16. You got something? Give what you got. Make sure you get Luke 10 and 16. Bring it out.
Second Chronicles.
That's been run.
Second Chronicles chapter 19, verse 2. And Jehu, the son of Hananiah, the seer, went out to meet him and said to King Jehoshaphat, shouldest thou help the ungodly and love them that hate the Lord?
Yeah, so you're going to help the ungodly and love them that hate the Lord? So much you love the white man when he signed legislation
I'm not
celebrating.
talking about that white.
This is what he did.
I'm talking about just regular people, regular white people.
But they just like them.
Everybody else.
Let me ask you this, right?
Hold on.
If the Crips and Bloods fighting, is he going to stop and ask them? Hold up, if the Crips...
Listen,
about it as a race of people. As a race of people. We're talking about as a race of
It's basically...
Not just one person.
Hey, but let me ask you this, though, brother. If you the Crips and Bloods fighting, is you going to stop and say, hold up, he got on red, but hold up, did you shoot up my house? You gonna shoot him too, man. That's the essence of war. And like I said, you've been in America too long. You've been desensitized. You sensitive. You lost that edge, man. You lost your edge, bro. If we on the football field, when I see a guy in another uniform, I'm gonna take his head off. I'm not gonna stop and ask him, hey, you like the coach? I ain't gonna tackle you if you don't like the coach. That's what you don't get, brother. Everybody is the enemy. Go ahead, man. It's the white man as a whole. And if you don't get it, we don't care.
Every single white man is in.
We told you that.
Even though they're not up here,
it don't matter.
Just like you and I.
Yeah, it don't matter.
That's what I don't get.
But see, you lean towards your own understanding. Really.
Because I can become your enemy, like you said.
Yeah, you my enemy now because you rejected the Lord.
And I'm not even white.
Yeah, but you're a true person. You rejected your Lord. We didn't best. Hold that. Hey, give me Luke 10 and 16.
This is Luke.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel this way. Bring it out. This is why I feel this way. Read it.
This is Luke chapter 10 and verse 16. He that heareth you, heareth me.
See, he that heareth you, heareth me. The Lord sent us out as an extension of him. So if you heareth us, you heareth the Lord. We read the scriptures.
But it's not talking about any race thing.
All right, read it again. Read it.
This is
Here it is, man. Trump talking about killing you. But you gonna get it in a minute. When martial law come about and they drag you out your house at 3 in the morning, you know about the King Afra plan?
What happened to the Israelites?
You know about the King Afra plan?
What happened to the Israelites when
you don't know, bro.
Okay,
go ahead.
what happened to the Israelites when they were in
this is Luke chapter 10.
Land? What happened to them?
This is Luke 10 and 16.
They died. Read. Like you gonna die. Read.
He that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despises you despises me, and he that despises me despises him that sent me.
So when you despise, the Lord ain't gonna come off his throne and talk to you. The Lord sent us as his representative.
Okay.
So if you despise us, you despise the Lord.
You're talking about Donald Trump getting whatever for the Mexicans. He was gonna kill us all, the Mexicans or whatever. Right? That's what you said?
Brother, just go Google it. I ain't gotta tell you nothing. We gave you the truth and you rejected it. Man.
That's right.
We gave you the truth and you rejected it. Man.
That's your truth.
Yeah, that's our truth.
Exactly. That's not everybody's truth.
Give me that. Give me Matthew 12:24.
Everybody ain't meant for this.
So if
They
I'm
did the apostles doctrine.
if I'm gonna go through tribulation, just like the Israelites went through tribulation.
Give it to that.
Yeah, this.
Let me ask you this then. Who you believe?
No, I'm talking to you. It's just like
No, who you believe? You don't believe us. Who you believe? Or your pastor, right?
No, I believe the Bible. I believe God.
No, but don't you go to a church?
Yeah, I go to church.
So that means you believe somebody.
No, I believe the scripture.
No,
I believe in
but
someone.
somebody is conveying that scripture over to you.
No, me, by reading it.
What? You see, man, y'all already see, man. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I'm sitting here listening, but I'm listening to them tell you their truth, but I'm only listening to you question their truth, and you're not providing it.
Hey, that's beautiful.
I mean, but I'm just saying.
That's my shit. That's mine. You know what I'm saying? And that's just perspective at this point. Now you're providing them with nothing but questions, and they're asking you. But they're asking you, what is your truth?
Right.
And you don't have one.
You don't want to listen.
You don't have one. Now, I'm not defending them because this is the similar. You know what I'm saying? I'm defending them based on the fact that they have a truth. They have a truth. There is truth right here. But all you're doing is questioning. And then when they ask you, you don't have anything to provide. But this in the box. But so like, I mean,
and scripture say defend the gospel, man.
You believe it, Adam? You believe everybody came from Adam?
Yeah.
Second Andrew.
You didn't tell Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Hold on. Real quick, right? You went to school, right?
Yeah, produce everybody.
Hold on. You went to school, right? We're going to get to that. You went to school. When you went in your teacher's class, did you jump up and say, no, that ain't right? That's what you're doing up here. We the teachers, right? You came into our classroom. And you started an uproar. No, you're not. Go ahead, give what you got. Hey, let me ask you this. What's the most high favorite flower?
See, you don't know. See what I'm saying? Hey,
You don't know,
bro. You ain't no teacher again, bro.
Scripture tell you what the most high favorite flower is. So right there, let me ask you this, right? You into soccer, right? You into soccer. You into football? Well, let's just say if me and this guy speaking about football, and we debating about Alabama, and I said, who the Alabama quarterback? He said, well, I don't know. At that point, he's disqualified from being a teacher.
That's right.
So we just asked you several questions about the Bible. You don't know. So who are you to come to us and talk, man? Anything you ask us, we can answer.
It's not that I'm here to do scripture. Anybody.
Pride.
It's just pride, man.
It's not pride.
Hey, I'm gonna say it like this: if the so-called white man was up here, he'll be up here like, "Can I ask you a question, sir?" So you mean to tell me that? That's how you'll be, bro.
Right.
Because you in that mentality, you in captivity. You looking at your own brothers, and you despise us because we so-called Negroes, not knowing that we the carriers of supreme knowledge.
It's just that.
No. Go ahead, give what you got.
Second Andrew chapter 6
Your
and
actions
55.
prove it.
4. And after these, Adam also, who thou madest Lord of all thy creatures. Of him come we all. Agree?
Agree, right?
Agree?
Okay. You think you got us?
And the people also whom thou hast chosen.
And the people who the Lord has chosen. So out of all the people, the Lord, give me Isaiah 45.
Isaiah 45.
Right.
You dealing with scholars. We live the Bible, man. We live this. You just doing this recreation. You got your pizza. You finna go chill, man. You bucking up against the Lord. Read.
Yeah. Verse 56. As for the other people.
Hey, turn this around. He think we playing. He think we playing up there. Who are these people?
Who are them people? Can you find yourself on that side?
Let me ask you this then. How many nations in the Bible? You ain't got a clue, bro. But I'm gonna ask you this. Let me ask you this. Why is the nation separated? Because there's a reason for that. The Lord love a certain people, man. Here it is, just because you want everybody to come together, that don't offset what the Lord will is. The Lord will is for Israel. All right? When you go into the history, which you clearly don't know, the other nations, they made sacrifices to false gods. That's why when you go into, when the Lord talked to the children of Israel, when he told them if we go into any land, don't follow the ways of the heathen. Right. Give me Jeremiah 10 chapter, man. You got this guy coming up trying to question us, man. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 32.
You've been in America too long, man.
Right. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance.
The Most High divided the nations. Go ahead.
Their inheritance. When he separated the sons of Adam,
he separated them.
Go ahead. He said the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel.
It's all singled out Israel. Go ahead.
For the Lord's portion is his people.
The Lord's portion is his people. Lord don't care about the so-called white man. Even if the so-called white man is the reason why the nation, the world is turned upside down. You got homosexuals running rampant. And what other time in history has homosexuality been celebrated like this? Never. So you mean tell me the Lord dealing with them? But you want to deal with them.
No, I don't say that.
You want to deal with them.
I say.
I know your story. You want to.
People that does, like you say, people that commit all this sins. I'm not agreeing with those things, but I'm agreeing with people that. Listen, I'm not talking about them people that we talking about. We're talking about the people that come watch.
They're asking for change. They're going to be destroyed too. Really.
Hold on. The people that receive Christ in their heart. The white man that receive Christ in their
heart. They
heart.
can't receive Christ in their heart. We read it. We read it. Hey, give me that where the scriptures say the Lord only showed Jacob. Oh, I got it.
Psalms chapter 47 and verse 19, he showed his word unto Jacob.
Now, let me show you where he falls. Give me Jeremiah the first chapter. Now, if the Lord was with you, you know what happened? You'll find more scripture. You look at the scripture. God put the stumbling block in front of you. Give me Jeremiah the first chapter. You know what I'm on? Jeremiah 1 where the Lord died confounded.
Oh, yeah.
Give me Jeremiah 1 and 18. I think it is.
This is Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, for behold, I have made thee this day a defense city, and an iron pillar.
You know what?
Jump up.
I will confound you in front of them.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Behind that. Because he's looking for
yeah, I got it.
The Lord will with him, he'll be bringing them out. We bringing them out. We flowing like living waters up here. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Jeremiah 1 and 17. Thou therefore gird up thy loins and arise and speak unto them all that I command thee. Be not dismayed at their faces, lest I confound thee before them.
And the Lord confounded you before.
That's right.
So if the Lord was with you, you would come out with precepts. You approve us wrong.
We confess that Jesus is Lord.
All right, bro.
And believe that God raised him from the dead. You will be saved.
Say it again.
What you got?
It's not only.
You in quicksand.
No, hold on. It's not only.
Hold on, let him finish. Let him do his thing.
Read the name of the precept then.
For it is by our faith.
What is that? What is that?
Romans 10.
10 and what?
9
what?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. Oh my goodness.
You confess that Jesus is Lord and believe that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it's by our faith that we are put right with God, and it is by our confession that we are saved.
Yeah, keep reading. Keep reading.
That doesn't say. No,
keep reading.
Keep going.
Keep reading.
Please keep reading.
Hold on. We showed you plenty of scriptures that say it, though, but keep reading.
Okay.
Keep reading.
Corinthians 2.
No.
17. Hold on. You got a Bible? Look it up.
We know the Bible. We know Romans. He didn't say anyone. Read it again.
2 Corinthians.
No.
5:17.
Okay, read.
Anyone who is joined to Christ is a new being.
What Bible are you reading from?
It says anyone. The old is gone. The new has come.
So you think so-called white man gonna be saved?
Tell me this. Anyone?
Hey, give me. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Bro, why you ain't out teaching?
Yeah. Are they Hebrews?
You teaching them? Where your camp? Why you ain't out
First
teaching?
Corinthians.
Hold up, no. Don't. Why you ain't out
do it.
teaching?
We do it. It's the,
All right, let me ask you this. You know the book of Revelation, right? When the scripture talk about the 12 gates. Give me that real quick. We can easily dissect that, brother. You don't understand the scripture. Give me that Revelation, the 12 gates. Let me ask you this. Why is it 12 gates? Why is it 12 gates? The 12 tribes of Israel. Right? Now let me ask you a question. If you go in that restaurant right there, if you go into the bathroom, and that gate, which is the door, if it says women, that means you can't enter.
Who created? Okay, so you're telling me now.
Hold up. See, he don't want to answer my question. Brother, if you go into any business, it say staff only, right? That means you can't go in, right? Now let's get the 12 gates to Israel.
Now you're telling me. So explain me who created white people then?
The Lord. Give me Proverbs 16:4. Give me Proverbs 16:4.
So God is gonna destroy somebody that He
created. Read it.
This is Proverbs 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath created all things for Himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
The wicked
for the day of evil.
Who? The wicked is a so-called white man.
Not every white man.
And give me
every single white man is a wicked. Every single white man is a wicked.
Edomites.
It's not.
According to
there's Mexicans, they're wicked. There's white people, they're wicked.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, not only the white.
Yeah. They do wicked. Hold up, listen, hold up. There's a such thing as doing wickedly and being the wicked.
Yeah.
Give me Malachi 1.
Yep.
See, the difference with two, hold up, no. The difference with two, you keep voicing your own opinion. We don't get the scripture.
It's not my
Give me Malachi 1.
I'm working with scripture.
No,
I'm working with
get your own scripture. We get the scripture.
That's the Bible.
We're going to get Malachi 1 and 4.
All right.
If you're telling me I'm through.
You know you through. 1 and 4.
It's on Malachi chapter 1. It's on Malachi chapter 1, verse 4.
Listen.
Whereas Edom self, we are impoverished, but we shall, but we will return.
The scripture say Edom say we are impoverished. Who is Edom? Who is Edom? That's in the Bible. You know the Bible so much. Who is Edom?
First man. Edom.
No, Edom.
was stronger before.
We're not talking to you, man.
But y'all were stronger before Christianity hit your country. You were stronger then.
Who is Edom? You know the Bible so much. You're so much of a scholar. Who is Edom? Not Adam. Edom. Read this again. You know that you're so much of a scholar. Who is Edom? Read this again.
It's on Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Where's Edom self? We are impoverished.
Who is Edom?
Hey, y'all were stronger then before unfortunate people brought you Christianity.
And no, we trying to tell you. Thank you.
See how the spirit works.
That's spirit work. That's your house side.
Call on your house, I see me outside. Call your house, I see me outside.
Come here, bro. Don't run. Come here, don't run. Read this one more time. This in the Bible. You claim to be some scholar. We reading out the Bible.
I didn't say that.
You acting like it though.
But I
read Malachi 1 and 4. Explain
Malachi chapter 1, verse 4.
No, explain this then. You want to challenge us?
I'm not challenging
you. Read this, bro. Read this.
You're like, oh, you know.
You don't know nothing. We saw you.
I don't know nothing. I don't
be quiet.
Without
I'm not. Just bring that out, real quick.
This Ecclesiastes 5
you
and
knew
1.
this verse, you would have been where you been.
Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
This is the house of the Most High.
That's right. And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
That's what you did. You made yourself look like a fool because you wasn't talking.
No, I don't make myself look like a fool.
Everybody looking at you like you want.
I know what you're getting into. Because right now you're opening up a whole other Pandora box.
It's just you guys don't explain me right.
You know you can't get it.
You can explain what he's telling me. You can explain.
Let me address what you're saying. You're saying what we're saying is whoever lines go back to the nation of Edom, the Edomites, they're going to be destroyed. They're going to go into captivity. If your lines go back to Israel, you're going to be delivered. All right? Now, there is such thing in the scripture called confusion of faith.
I know we ain't going to get it. I know where you're getting at. And I was thinking that when he was saying,
no, I'm not getting it. It's just
all white.
What do you mean?
Block right here.
Yeah. Hey, bro,
That's probably your cue to go ahead and go.
Oh, no, no. I'm
that's
going to go ahead and go because I've been here for 45 minutes. And
Still don't
Still-
understand.
you
no,
that.
it's not that I don't understand. It's just.
But see, we've been out here for hours. Hey, but we've been out here for hours. So who the teacher? Who the teacher? We've been out here for hours. So let's just say if somebody on the sideline thought you was right, and they wanted to inquire with you, we're going to be at home.
Nobody would hear. But let me tell you something.
Rainbow. That rainbow man.
What the rainbow?
It means you gonna be destroyed.
That's right.
I'm not
It
white.
means you gonna be
Like you
destroyed.
say, I'm not white.
But you gonna be destroyed.
But I'm not white.
But you fall after.
No, but I'm not
I got
white.
Hey, look,
I said 30.
Since I'm not white, I'm saying.
you low. No, you not. No, you
I'm
not.
saying.
I'm
My
telling
name
you,
is
you
right there. My name is right
Give me
there.
Zechariah 13.
Hey,
Give me
my
Zechariah
name.
13.
No, I don't want to hear anymore.
I do.
So you want to Lord? Hey, hold on. It's every time I want to talk.
No.
You want him
It's
to
not
speak,
about
right?
you.
You want him to speak.
You
You said you want him to speak.
Okay, but I'm nobody.
Thank you.
Okay,
So
hold on. But
Give me
you saying
Zechariah
I'm gonna
13.
be destroyed. You know, I'm gonna tell you something.
You
I'm
gonna
not
be
white.
destroyed,
I'm
brother.
not white.
Guaranteed.
I'm not white.
But you got the spirit
Okay,
of white.
no.
Oh,
You
look.
cannot say that.
Look.
You know, look at my skin.
Bruh.
No,
Bruh, you lost, brother.
No, you're lost.
You lost, brother.
Because my name is right there.
You think that's
I'm
enough?
missing.
You think that's enough?
It is because
Hey,
you
it's right now. You know, hey, that's worse for you. That's worse for you.
That's worse for you.
Better she have not known.
No, the elect
You want to put it this way? I believe
Let me ask you a question.
Now I believe what you said.
You say that
That's correct, sir. That's it.
but still, if you're lying, look, I'm gonna use the example, right?
No, I mean, you say I'm a big star. I'm not gonna be
You
destroyed.
can say that you're Issachar, right? According to your skin, but according to your
Spirit.
I can tell whether you're an Issachar or
Okay,
an Edomite.
so now we have white spirits, black spirits.
Yeah, you're an Edomite, man.
By spirit.
The spirit has no nation. It has no
Yes, it
color. It
does.
has
They got a-
no.
they got a
According to
precept.
you,
Come on,
according to you,
No, it doesn't. It doesn't say
show us the
anything about the
scripture.
spirit.
Show us the scripture.
Come on, man.
Spirit ain't got no
Come on, it's common
Hey, if you show me the
sense.
scripture, I believe you, brother.
You know what I'm telling you?
Show me the scripture.
Hold on.
I'm
It's
not
common
listening to you.
sense.
I need to see a
God,
scripture.
hold on. God created spirit.
What a scripture?
Hold on. Hold on. In the beginning, whenever Adam and Eve were on the garden,
It was more than one Adam and Eve.
okay, how many they were? He said he poured his spirit onto them. There's no color. There's the spirit and soul. There's no color.
Well, why is it the color then?
What do you mean? Why is the
In
color?
the color right now.
On flesh, but I'm not on spirit.
Yeah, but it's the spirit in the flesh.
No, it's not just spirit. Come on, man. No,
It's the spirit in the flesh.
you're trying to say that the spirit. I'm brown. Come on, man.
Brother, listen.
No.
You lost, bro. You
I'm
lost.
not lost.
Yeah, you lost.
I know what I believe, what I'm standing on.
Adios.
Adios.
What's the name of the Lord?
Adios.
What's the name of the Lord?
What do you mean? What's the name?
What's his name?
What do you mean? What's the name?
That's a simple question. There you go.
What do you mean?
What's the name of the Lord? That's a simple question.
It
What's
has
the
a
name of
lot
the
of
Lord?
names.
No, he don't. Yeah, one name.
You got a lot of titles.
You got a lot of titles. What's his name?
What's his name?
You got titles, but it's only one of you.
Isaiah 34. Proverbs 34.
What's his name?
I don't think you worthy to get it. Give me Proverbs 34. I don't know if you worthy to get it, bro.
I got it.
Because you rejected the Lord.
Some things you cannot really.
Somebody got Proverbs 34.
I got it.
Right here. Listen to this.
It's Proverbs 30 and 4. Who hath ascended into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the winds in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in his garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name? If thou can tell.
And that question stands to this very day. So what's the name of the Lord and what's his son name? If the spirit is with you, you'll know their name.
That's right.
What is it?
And if the name so-called Jesus was after his name, why is that scripture written in the same book?
They got a question.
But that doesn't explain what I'm telling you. What I'm asking you.
Yeah, he just read Romans 10, right? Read Romans 10 and 14.
But that doesn't explain. That look. That doesn't explain anything. That doesn't explain that there's white spirits and black spirits and brown spirits and yellow.
No, we're explaining that the Lord gonna kill you.
No.
We're explaining the
You know
Lord
why?
gonna kill you, even though you're Israelite.
My spirit is brown.
You're Israelite. And the Lord gonna kill you.
No, he's not, because I'm not white.
Listen.
Yeah, of course. So I'm not. I'm good. You know, even
that's the spirit. I like the right spirit.
According to who?
According to the Bible, according to this.
No.
Why'd you
only
say
the elect? Only the elect of the nation of Israel.
Okay, so
give me Zechariah 13.
Yeah, so white people are Israelites.
No.
Yes, white people were created by God.
MS 13. You came over here.
Now you're joking. And this is nothing about joking. There's no jokes around here. Because that's the script of the word. I'm telling you, if you think that way, brother.
Look, you telling me now.
Look, no. If you think that way, at the end of time.
That's Israel.
At the end of time.
Listen to this.
No.
Let the scripture come out. Let the scripture come out.
Listen to this.
Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die.
That's dealing with Israel. So just because you're an Israelite, they doesn't mean that. Go ahead.
But the third shall be left therein.
Verse 9.
He said, he just said it. Not because you're a Israelite. You said it.
I ain't get what you said. Hey, bro, you're going to have a nightmare.
No, but he said, I'm not. You know?
Hey, bro, you're going to have a nightmare.
The spirit probably have.
No, I'm not. Because I have the blood of Jesus in my heart, and I have his name.
Hey, what the word heart mean? What the word heart mean in the Hebrew?
What I mean? Heart?
Yeah,
mind.
There you go.
I know, but you know no, he's not. You know what? Because I'm Mexican.
You're not Mexican, bro.
Yes, right. Well, that's what you said right there. Mexican, a Sakar, Mexican.
No.
Okay, well, I'm Israel. You know what?
You're Israelite. That doesn't mean you're not going to be destroyed. Hey, give me Galatians 6 and 16.
I'm about to go because you know my wife has been wanting to be rain.
I got you. I feel you, bro. Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna give you one more precept.
All right, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 6 and verse 16. And as many as walk according to this rule,
that's separation. And as many as walk according to this rule, read.
Peace be on them and mercy.
Mercy going to be given to a select people, bro.
And upon the Israel of the Most High.
So there's the Israel.
Select people.
Yeah.
Select people.
Yeah, you're going to have a nightmare tonight, bro.
Yeah, your heart. God will have mercy with everyone.
Yeah, your heart going to be trouble, bro.
You're going to come back to Israel as an ordinary citizen.
Man, you might come back as our son.
You're going to be a son, man.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. You're not ready to go. I'm leaving. I have to go. You're not ready to go. I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Hey, before you go, hold on, read this real quick.
Read it.
It's on Romans chapter 9 and verse 6. Now, as though the world and Most High have taken none effect, but they are not all Israel, which are all Israel.
Just because you Israel by lineage, that don't mean
I can stay here another hour.
And you ain't gonna get it.
No, you won't get it.
I know, I'm not gonna give what you talking about.
But you know, not because I said that. Not because I said that you guys are my enemy.
No, you are.
Hold on.
Give me that.
You can't say that, but I don't claim you guys my enemy.
Yeah, because you're a Christian.
Where I'm just.
So you love me, right?
Yeah.
Let me get $50.
Balls like the call.
Hey, I can give you a hug.
I don't want it. I don't want that. I need $50. That ain't gonna pay my.
I can give you a hug.
A hug ain't gonna pay me.
There's a lot of.
Give me that piece.
Oh, come on. There's a lot
Give
of.
what you got. Give what you got.
Come on. Hold on. I gotta go.
This is Luke 9.
Hey, let me ask you this: do the Lord love everybody?
Yes.
Does Jesus love everybody?
Yes.
Read.
This Luke 9. This red letter.
Okay. He don't love the same, but he loves everybody.
This Luke 9 and 27. Hold on. Look, let the scripture come out first.
Come on.
Luke 9 and 27.
Listen.
But those my enemies.
Those mine enemies. That's the Lord speaking.
Red letter. You know
who the Lord's enemies is.
Let me tell you who is the enemies.
Give it to me.
The Lord's enemies are hate, are adultery, those are the Lord's enemies. Because I'm telling you at the beginning.
Read this again. So can you cut it? Hold up. You said hate. Hold up. Oh, thank you. But let's continue. Let us continue. Hold up.
Let me finish.
You gonna let us finish? It ain't finished though.
Yes. Hold on.
You gonna let us finish?
You asked me one question. Let me tell you. No. Come on. The Lord said, you got.
So you said his enemies is hate. I just want to make that a matter.
No. If I'm doing it, I think that's kind of disrespectful. Whenever I'm trying to talk, and I'm like, oh, hey, come on, man. Let's live in the church. God is not speaking.
Funny, brother.
Am I funny?
Yeah, because you're not coming in the right spirit.
It's not that I'm in the right spirit or not.
You're not in the right spirit.
And they just say,
hold on. God enemy. It's in the Bible, man. Come on.
What's in the Bible?
God's enemies. You ask me who's God's enemy.
You said it's hate, right?
Hate, darkness, Satan. It's not you and us. It's not the people. What is he talking about?
Well, why is there hell then? Since you said it's a hell.
You say hell is here.
No, I'm asking you. You said it's a hell.
But you said
so
hell
why is it hell?
here.
No, don't say what I said.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Your truth.
Come on.
Your truth.
Hold on. Let's finish this, man.
Yeah, this is Luke 9 and 27. But those my enemies.
Let's see if it's hate. Go ahead.
Which was not that I shall reign over them.
So hate won't let them reign over it.
Okay.
It said, bring hither and slay them before me.
So you can slay hate?
Okay.
Can you slay hate?
He can't.
You can slay.
He said, okay, hold on. Whenever he died on the cross, he said, in Acts 7,
the Lord gonna slay you, bro.
My enemies, right? Hold on.
You're an enemy of the Lord.
Let me talk.
Why? You ain't bringing out no scriptures.
Okay.
So we're gonna just listen to some guy.
That's something that you should know. No, not from me.
Who are you, bro?
Because you read the
Let me ask you this. Let's say if you're right, and I want to get some notes. Hold up. If you're right, I want to get some more knowledge from you next week. Where can I find you? Hold up, no. If you're right, and I want to get more knowledge from you next week.
Type my number.
I'm gonna call you. You're gonna be like, hey man, I'm in contact.
No, hold on.
I'm at Metro PCS, brother.
He's on the right. Come on.
You have to back it up with scripture.
Okay, give me a phone number and I'll call you.
You gonna teach me?
No, I'm not gonna teach you. Look.
So why I need to be taught?
Okay,
you teaching me now?
I'm not teaching you. We're talking.
No, we're the teachers up here.
No, you're not. Of course you're not. Because you're telling me that the people, let's say, you're telling me that he is my enemy, he is my enemy. Why people are my enemy? They're not my enemy. God's enemies are Satan.
According to who? Give me the scripture.
That's something common.
Get something. Oh, you guys got.
I gotta go.
Okay, bro.
If I was me, I'll stay here. Like I say, I'll check everybody.
Let it go, man. You don't get to it. Go ahead, man.
It's not that I want to stay. You know, they've been here waiting for me. Yeah, man. Hey.
And yeah, she's finna tell you, chill out, man. She got the pain. She already know, man. She got the pain.
Hey, man. Hey, bro.
Telling us, man.
Hey, slow down like a black line, too, man. That's a killing, man. That's a killing. No, I ain't sweet tea. That's what
hold on, listen. You gonna leave over with some words of wisdom. What you saying now? You said you telling us what?
No, I have a good time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if it wouldn't be that way, I wouldn't be here for 45 minutes. Because I like, whenever you scripture, I like the scripture. I love
But you, so it's entertaining with you?
It's not entertaining, it's just
edified.
Yeah.
So was you edified? Did you learn something?
I did.
So do you believe what we teaching up there?
Some parts. The scripture, I believe the scripture.
Can't stand the fence.
Can't stand the fence. You gotta believe in that.
So you want me to believe 100%? I mean, sometimes you cannot.
No, you're right.
You can't.
Because, and I'm not saying that, I'm not here to say that you guys are wrong. I'm just.
That's what you've been saying the whole time.
No, that's what you think. But we're talking back and forth about God's word. And I love it. All right, man. Hey,
Yeah, you gonna have a nightmare tonight, bro.
No, I'm not. Hey, the blood of Jesus is up on me.
Blood of a demon.
Hey, that's the wrong type of blood you want on you. No.
Hey, you gonna know you're right. When you see those missiles coming,
Chapter 5, verse 4. Yeah, when you see the missiles coming, who you gonna call on?
God. And I hope I be ready.
What's God's name? What's God's name?
God's name.
That's my name.
What's God's name?
Jesus.
Oh.
When did the letter J come about?
Look, I gotta leave.
When did the letter J come about?
I gotta leave.
That's
When
a
did
quick
the
answer.
letter J come about?
You can walk over and answer that.
No, I mean, I gotta leave.
When did the letter J
Okay,
come
leave me.
about?
Answer the question.
When he was about to born,
No.
and you want to call his baby born Jesus. Yes.
Hey, that was an Israelite came up to the front of the day.
All right.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
So, Psalms chapter 5, verse 4. But thou art not a power to have pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with you.
Right, so the Lord don't have pleasure in wickedness, man.
That's right.
You can't straddle the fence. When you if you consider a warrior come up in the house, right? He ain't gonna stop and ask you who's who. He gonna clean house, man. That's how the Lord coming. The Lord coming to wipe out his enemies, man.
That's right.
Which is you Edomites, those so-called white people. Those of you who wreak havoc on the planet Earth. You know, he's gonna bring an end to your reign of terror, man.
That's right.
And if you attach to them, then the Lord gonna kill you.
That's right.
Go ahead, huh?
Verse 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight.
Right, so he couldn't stay here, man. We the sight of the Lord Yahweh Himself. But the Lord ain't gonna come off his throne and break none down to you simple Negroes, man. Right. You Latinos. No? We're extension of the Lord. Like if you got a cable bill, right? And they send a guy to disrupt your service, he coming under the merits of the executive, man.
That's right.
So you might get mad at the one coming to cut off your bill, but in essence, a higher power sent that man out there to do that. Go ahead, brother.
I ain't had nothing. I was listening to you.
Yep.
The J, the letter J. 1600.
Yep, 1600.
Yeah, right. That's right.
Yeah, so that right there proves that the name of the Lord is not Jesus. That's a mystery, man. Yep.
Yes. I'm with you. Yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
Because the name of the Lord is very precious. Hey, matter of fact, what that is that Psalm
not J.
94. Those who call on the name of the Lord.
Oh yeah, that's our song.
What about? I always say 94. I'm about to go with you. Because of that. Yeah, that's right. The name of the Lord precious. Oh, you get that? Strong tower, Proverbs. Is it Proverbs 16? The name of the Lord is strong tower? Because that's the line of communication. When you go into the time of Joshua, the Lord will always redeem our people. When we be in captivity, another nation have us in subjection, we'll call on his name and the Lord will come and deliver us. But the Lord took his name this time around. What?
The so-called. That's the so-called.
The so-called.
I'm about to ask. Some folks say they were 15 for the whole. Okay, I'm 15. What was the tribe of Judah before the J came?
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yeah, Yahweh. You break that word down, it means Yahweh thanks. Yeah, Yahweh praise. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, and then when you go into this Bible right here, this is 1600. It ain't gonna be no letter J's in it.
Really?
Yeah, like Jeremiah, that's true, right? Right. So this is the real Bible, 1600. When you go into this Bible, the elites took certain books out.
They took what is it, 14?
They took these books apart. You break that word apocrypha down, it means hidden. That's where you get the word apocrypha. Crypt means crypto means hidden. You know, the hidden book. So the so-called white man is elite. They're interested to keep these people knowing who they are.
Of course.
Because once we come into our nationality, then we'll be able to stake claim to our rightful inheritance.
All right, so I'm gonna give you something that I've been randomly thinking. All right, so I'm under the impression that we were at some point elites,
That's
kings
right.
and queens, but we forgot who he was.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Oh, Yashawan kicked that. I mean, Yashawan. Because the Lord raised us up. Oh, and you can get that too. I think that's in Ezekiel 16. What the Lord said. So the Lord had raised us up as a people. Then we end up getting the big head. So just to simplify it,
Exactly.
The Lord abased us. The Lord humbled us.
That's what put us as.
Yep. And he used the so-called white man. Hey, because this in itself is an abomination. This is mockery for us to not know who we are. Like if you an ambassador, right? If you was in front of an ambassador, they ask you what's your nationality, that's a valid question.
It is. But see, what's crazy about that is most of us will stand up and tell somebody else who we think they are.
Yeah.
We don't even know who we are.
Yeah. And you might say, well, I'm an African American, but that title is foolish.
It's stepped on.
Yeah. Because actually, African goes back to Africana. What's the guy name? And America go back to America, which is two white people. So when you actually say you're African American,
you're using the name that you were given.
You're proclaiming that you're a slave. You go deep. Double white. You coming under the banner of a white man. You're saying that I'm under the vibration of a white man. So that's really what you say. You say I'm an African American. All right, so give what you got.
Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Right, and you got to know that that's talking about the Israelites. Let's show you that we, the Israelite people, have a lack of knowledge. So the ceiling for our people is just a barbershop discussion. We'll talk about sports. Our people don't go into nothing.
Well, because that involves having feelings.
Yeah.
That involves having emotion.
Yeah.
I mean,
our
besides anger. Besides anger.
Yeah.
Because a lot of our emotion stems to anger. Oh man, I'm upset, so I'm gonna be angry. No, be upset.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like us being angry, and
our people is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, and that's matter of fact. Somebody get Wisdom of Solomon 7:28 real quick, because when you go into the ancient world, a king really didn't deal with fools. That's why he had justice. You know?
Yeah.
Even if that justice didn't make him laugh, he'll off his ass. Yes. So if you come in the presence of a king and you was presented or you came under in the spirit of a fool, he'll kill you. Oh, matter of fact, give me that in Ecclesiastes 5. The Lord take no pleasure in food, 4 verse. And that's how the Lord.
Man,
that's how the Lord abased us by making us fools. That's why when you go into the ancient, well, not really ancient. You go into the coonery where they had us painted with our face painted. You know, so-called Negroes sucking and jiving and dancing. You know, that was the Lord proclaiming that He cast His people away. This thing real heavy, bro. Hey,
Gnarls Barkley.
Gnarls Barkley. Yeah, give me. Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. Hey, the Lord say here, jealous power. The Lord heavy, man. Go ahead, bring it up.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:28. From the Most High loveth none but him that dwelleth with wisdom. Verse 29. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars.
Right. So the Lord loved none, but he that dwelleth with wisdom.
He has a sense of humor because he took us from being because I'm listening to it like, bro, you took us from being kings to being jokes.
There you go, brother.
But it was because we didn't acknowledge who gave us that.
Yeah, because the Lord compares to a woman. That's why every one of our people have a story with a woman.
Yeah.
Every one of us have a story of a woman rejecting you. You have a story of a woman you want to put to death. A woman that was disobedient to you. A woman that didn't want to come under your vibration. Right. All of us as men of these nations have that story. That was the Lord playing a twisted joke on you, for real. The Lord showing you how he felt about us.
Or how he has a sense of humor.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to show you that I acknowledge the fact that you played with.
Yeah, you don't bring that up. Yeah. Whatever you got, bring it up.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
Yeah. For she is more beautiful than the sun, and above all the order of stars. Being compared with the lights, she is found before it. Verse 30. For after this cometh night, but vice shall not prevail against wisdom.
Right, so wisdom is a strong thing. Right now.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Yep, that's it.
And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave.
You discontinue from your heritage. That was a major sign. That was a major sign. The reason why you call yourself these bywords is a sign and a wonder of the Lord, that the Lord discontinues. Let me ask you this, right? If you got a will, you got somebody leaving you a settlement, whether it's land or whatever, how can you claim that land? You need ID. So the Lord took our spiritual identification from us, so we can't stake claim to our rightful inheritance. And who took over that? So-called white man. That's why you got them gutter rats over in Israel saying they the truth. And they get all type of benefits.
They were sold.
See? So the Lord did a number on his people, but now we're in a time where the Lord, see, because the Lord is so heavy, the Lord
he switched it on us.
Yeah.
He like brought all of us over there, put all
and let me
over
ask you
there.
this, right? If you want to get a woman to see if a woman genuinely with you, right? Let's say if you got rose petals laid out for you, pick up in a stretch limo, you take it to a fine restaurant, 5-star hotel, then it's up for debate if that woman really with you for you.
I agree.
But if you on a bike and that woman with
If
you,
you
that means
on
the
one of
Lord,
them.
that means she with you. So the Lord sent us out as lowly servants to convey this word. Matter of fact, give me real quick, I'll give me 1 and 20. Proverbs. Real quick, and we'll get back to what we got. Because this is the way the Lord told for this knowledge to go out. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 20. It said, wisdom cried without, she uttered her voice in the street.
See, we didn't make that up. We didn't concoct this. We didn't write this book. The Lord says, wisdom uttered her voice in the street. Why? Because it's symbolic to you can't harness wisdom. That power is so great, it can't be housed. It had to have free course. Your access.
So I was talking about that. I was talking about that last night, man, because I was talking about this individual. And my conversation about this individual was ignited. And I got down to like the 5th sentence about this individual. And I realized it was me. And I embraced it. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, the power of the tongue. The power of the tongue, though. Like I realized halfway through this that I was talking about myself. The power of the tongue. But you can't, but I couldn't send it to anybody, because if I would have sent it, that would have been just like saying, woo.
Yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, because the word is heavy.
The word, man.
A word is heavy. Like if you are in the legislation, like if you sign bills, you ain't got to necessarily be there. You send that word out, and that word carry weight.
It does, man. And if I would have sent that out because of the position I'm in, because like I'm in a different type of position. I'm not gonna give any details about it because it doesn't matter. I'm in a different type of position at this point. So the stuff that I send out or the stuff that I say, hold weight. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta realize, I gotta watch what I say. Yeah, I just gotta watch what I say.
Woo! That's beautiful.
And who I say it to.
That's right.
Because certain people don't understand where we coming from, as we can see. You know what I'm saying? Certain people just don't get. I mean, and then like, and I saw him. He was standing here trying. Yeah. He was trying to pick apart what y'all built. He was trying to pick it apart because he didn't understand. Right. I'm gonna respect the fact that you don't understand, but I'm not gonna respect the fact that you're trying to pick apart people that do understand.
Hey, man. Hey, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Hey, the water. Hey, we made it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 5 and verse 10. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. That was basically what we were just saying. Yeah. Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, because that's all you got at this point, man. Because I can stand here and tell y'all, like, oh, man, I just jumped out this plane 20 minutes ago, man. And I ain't even had no parachute. But it's like, what weight does that hold? Right. I could just sit here and talk to y'all all day about stuff that I done did, like I did. Right. When you talking about stuff that dude gonna go home and research and actually be like, damn, they was right. Y'all hold that whole waste, man. Cause dude ain't finna go to the house and forget about that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a whole self conversation.
Yeah.
I mean, and y'all probably will never get that. I appreciate it. Yeah. But it's just good that y'all was standing here to get it out.
Yeah.
Why?
Woo!
Because I mean, just like me, man, certain stuff I do, man, I never get I appreciate. I never get a, oh man, that was dope. I really appreciate what you're doing. But it was just the fact that I put it out there. I gave it to y'all, and y'all received it. I know you received it because you were standing there when I said it.
Oh! Hey, man, call her out, y'all. Yep, the water, brother.
America will soon be destroyed by fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
You believe that?
I do. And the reason I do is because that hadn't happened before.
Yeah, first and daughter.
I mean, and I don't understand it the way y'all understand it. I'm just throwing it out there the way I see. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing it out there the way I see.
You just confess you did.
Are y'all right here every Saturday?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What time y'all start?
We start like 4. Yeah, we got a channel too. Great Millstone, GMS Birmingham. Yep. And another, we all got our own personal channel too. So. Got some free. But yeah, Lord will, we be out every week.
Say GMX? GMX Birmingham? GMS Birmingham?
He got you.
GMS Birmingham, Trump. Yeah, but I think if you put GMS Birmingham, it should come up.
They out here.
Should pop up. You got it?
Oh, y'all out here.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, you see it?
They out here.
Oh, it's live.
No, I was just talking about all of them. All of them. Yeah, y'all been out.
Oh, the water, man. I was thinking about that too. The water.
Hey, pull up Mistress of the Kingdom right now.
Yeah, Mistress of the Kingdom. We going live off that channel. That channel got like thousands of subscribers right there. So we kind of go live off that.
Yeah, we live right now. Y'all live right now.
Yep.
Y'all about to have a shot.
And with the fringes, that's something that you wear every day, right? With the fringes, you don't have to wear it every day?
Nah. Ain't nothing wrong with it if you do either. But, we just do it, on the weekends. A lot of brothers do it, during the week, stuff like that. But the scripture tells you to go, to be wise as servants, amongst people that it can compromise your livelihood. Because you got to coexist in this world. It's not like we go and we just retreat to the cave. We got to go out and work and do the same thing that people do. But matter of fact, we can get the scripture on that. St. John 17. I think it's, yeah, you get that?
What did you say? What mission?
Mysteries of the Kingdom.
Mysteries.
Yeah, mysteries of the kingdom. Yeah, still come up.
All one word.
Yeah, this is John chapter 17. And in verse 15, I'm starting at verse 14. Yeah, this John 17 and 14. It says, I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
So that proves that the Lord ain't dealing with everybody. There's certain people that got ears to hear, like you brothers, all the brothers that can hear this word and resonate with them. Go ahead.
It says, I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
Right, so the Lord said he's not going to take us out of the world, meaning we're going to have to coexist with the same people that...
But he provides us with an out.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's crazy, man, because like, I'm gonna even bring it into relationship. Like some of the stuff that I do, it puts me in a position to be available to certain people of the opposite sex. I'm gonna just say it like that, And by me being available, I'm not available. You know what I'm saying? So like, he always provides that out, even if it's a small window. You gotta get that out. You gotta be there and prepared to hear that word to get that out, man. And that's with anything. That's with relationship. That's even if you in a crazy situation to where you about to get your face beaten. You know what I'm saying? You have to provide. He provides that out. You just gotta see it.
Right.
You gotta see it. And if you don't see it, man, you're not in tune.
Yeah.
You don't have that connection. So people, I did ministry for this church for 4 years. It was probably like 200 teenagers, and I spit. So we was all doing like everything, man. We was doing everything, like from hip hop videos to like Bible study where we're talking about whether or not you understand who you are from 3 years old to now. Because there come a point in time when you gotta acknowledge the fact that you have some issues with yourself. That's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm just out here talking now. So like, all right, so like, I'm reading this book called Boundaries. And the book basically tells us that the situations that we go through start off from 1 to 3 months, 6 months to a year, and a year to 3 years old. And in that time, we figure out how to say no, how to say yes, who to trust, who not to trust, and what we should do with ourselves. Man, and it's crazy, man, because I'm sitting back thinking about it, and it's like, for our lack of wisdom, we caused our children to not understand what no actually means. No is not a bad word. No just means I'm not letting you into my boundary. That's all it means. I just want you to stay on the other side of the gate. And I don't have to not like you for me saying no. You just have to respect the no. That's it. Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy, man, because like, and dude was talking about it, man, and he was like, we have a certain time in our lives. Okay, this is the example he used. He was like, all right, have you ever seen my baby's first step picture or video when the baby walking to the mama? That's not the concept. The concept is always the child walking away from something. The baby's first steps is never walking to their mother. It's always walking away from them. The only time they film it is when they walk into their mother. That's crazy. But see, we go through it, and then the mothers have a hard time separating from the children because they spend from 1 year old to 18 watching their child walk away. So it becomes a boundary issue with whether or not you want your child to walk away and whether or not they should walk away. Because at some point, we got to stand on our own. We have individuality. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. And I'm like, and this ain't something that I knew 2 years ago. This is something I just found out 24 hours ago. 2 years ago. This is something I just found out 24 hours ago. So like, yeah.
Hey, y'all together?
Me and him together.
I came out here because I see it on YouTube all the time.
Oh, okay.
And I saw it on Birmingham. I mean, I saw it on YouTube that it was in Birmingham. So I was trying to figure out like which spot they was in. When I saw y'all turn around, I came back over here. I saw that it was over there by the bus station. Yeah. Everyone, the purple and everything.
Oh, that's IUIC.
Yeah, IUIC. I saw IUIC over there. So I went over there. They wasn't over there. So I was like, I don't know. That's why I asked. Like, I was gonna ask y'all. Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all like, do y'all move around or are y'all in the same spot?
Yeah. So
y'all like in the same spot here Saturday?
Yeah, no way. Yeah, come out, brother.
Because I went over there. I was trying to see like, you know,
the brother's trying to
talk to him.
Yeah. You know? Hey, matter of fact, get that real quick. 52. 52 and 6. Yeah, get that. I said 52.
62.
62, Salaki. Yeah. We're going to get that real quick. The scripture speak about that. The Lord set us up to be out here for brothers, because brothers looking to be fed. Because scripture, symbolically, your mind is your belly. Just like you digest, that's your mind, your belly. So you digest this word, you know.
And that's what we're supposed to digest, man. But we run around trying to digest everything else. You know what I'm saying? Right. Trying to look for that word in everything else.
In everything else, yeah.
I know I have.
And that's why it's an old saying, food for thought.
You know, FFT. I do it all the time.
Yeah, food for thought. And that's, yep. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 62 and 6. I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem.
And we the watchmen. And Jerusalem is the Israelites. Because Jerusalem is the people before it's a place. You know, go ahead.
We shall never hold their peace day nor night.
Right, and the reason why the scripture says day nor night, because you can see us on the internet. You can wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning and get this night. Which the scriptures, you're going to get that? The scriptures actually prophesy.
That's amazing, because you were about to say that they prophesied this.
Yeah, the scriptures prophesy about the internet. That's a marvelous work of the Lord, because if you read, what's that? Is that Matthew 24:14? Somebody get that real quick. Yeah. The Lord made the proclamation that this word, this truth was going to go out throughout the whole world. Now, when he made that statement, in the ancient world, they didn't know how that feast would be accomplished. So bring it out.
24, 14. It's Matthew chapter 24, verse 14. It said, "This gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come."
So that's the chronological order. This word is going to go out first, then the end is going to come. So it's going out by way of the internet. This technology was set up by the Lord. So give me this right quick, Psalms 19.
Yeah. This Psalms 19 and verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of the Most High.
Right, and the heavens is going into, like, you got satellites out in the firmament. And it sends down signals to these different phones and PCs and tablets, and it declares the handiwork of the Lord, which is His word. Go ahead.
It says, "And the firmament showeth His handiwork, day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night soweth knowledge."
Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night soweth knowledge. Then you can wake up out your sleep and get this knowledge. Somebody might say, "Well, I can go to my college professor and get this knowledge." Well, you can't walk up in your college dorm, should I say professor class at 3 in the morning. Yeah, you can turn on this internet and get this knowledge at 3 in the morning. That's why I said, "Day unto day uttereth speech, night unto night soweth knowledge." Go ahead.
It says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right, so this word can go out.
I agree.
On the internet, every voice, our voice can be heard everywhere. Matter of fact, read that one more time.
There is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
There's no speech or language where our voice is not heard. Meaning you can hear this video in Germany, Sweden, Go ahead.
It says, their line is going out through all the earth.
Right, so when you log on, you go online. That's one of the key words there. Bring that up.
It said their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world.
Yes, our words is going out to the end of the world.
Exactly.
That's dealing with the internet. That's the only way that speech can be accomplished.
That's the only way that can be accomplished.
So it's not like we can say, holler.
And it reach now. Yeah. I got
so that's that technology the Lord set up. Go ahead.
In them have He set a tabernacle for the sun.
Yep, bring it out.
This Job 39 and verse 9. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee?
Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee? The unicorn is dealing with the satellites. Because that satellite is like one horn. Where uni means one, horn means horn. So go ahead.
Or abide by thy crib.
Right, that's why you see somebody at their house, their crib, is always a satellite. Satellite by their crib. That's the internet. Go ahead.
Canst thou bid the unicorn with his band in the furrow?
That's why you got the broadband, Go ahead.
Or will he harrow the valleys after thee?
Go ahead.
Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great?
Right, so if you got good strength, good signal strength, you can be anywhere in the world. You can pull up that GPS. You trust in the internet.
That's that cell tower too. You got the blogs on the phone. Yeah, that's the cell tower. So every 15 to 59, you got a cell tower. Exactly. That's that strength.
Yeah. So you trust him because his strength is great. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. He says on verse 11, wilt thou trust in him because his strength is great, but wilt thou leave thy labor to him?
Right, meaning what? You're a Google farm. Somebody asks you a question, you leave your labor to the internet. You're a Google farm. You say, well, hold up. Somebody asks you a question, let me do it. No, you leave your labor to him. Right?
Yeah. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn?
Right, and let's talk about all the brothers that's going to come back into this fold. Lord using this internet to gather us in. Yeah.
And I mean, but that was the whole purpose. Like, that's the whole
Hey. What's going on? I'm just you got more on
It's 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 2. Preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, reprove, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. So when that brother came up and said, guys at ICU, go out there, maybe because they seen the court case. We out here with rain, sleet, slopes, all the elements to deal with it. That's what you're supposed to tell them. You ain't seen it out of it. Exactly. Don't matter.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, sometimes it's important for teaching. It's important to teach this word.
This is same chapter, 2 Timothy 4 and 16. At my first answer, no man stood with me.
Oh, select it. No, that's try first Timothy. I think it might be it might I would say try 3. Second Timothy 3, somewhere say you'll say those who are also say. I think it's First Timothy 4:16. You should say those who hear the word as well.
Oh, yeah, I think that's
There might be 2 Timothy 3:16.
probably 6 Timothy, I believe.
I thought it was 4.
So how you are following this song?
Yeah, that was the world called. Yeah, but they really the church. What it was?
1 Timothy 4:16.
That's the thing.
Yeah, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine.
Right, the doctrine is word. Go ahead.
Continue in them, for in doing this thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Right, so that's so the importance of this word coming out. You got to love and faith, you understand this word. Because this word actually alters a certain outlook. We got a different outlook of the people on the planet Earth because of this word. Here we go off, we slip from time to time because we're in the flesh. But overall, we believe on Yahweh outside. How is about him on the earth. Yeah.
Say it again. Say the name.
Yeah, the name of the Lord is Yahweh, and his son name is Yahweh Shah. Maybe you pull that up? Yeah. Like in the Hebrew right here, Yahweh, and Baha is in the. Shalom is name. Yahweh Shah is the son. So it's Yahweh in the name of the son. That's why, and it's true because if you follow the ways of those fake Israel, the fake Jews, they don't call on the name. They say the name. They say Hashem. You know, which that's the scripture where it says the name of the Lord is dreadful among the heathen. Other nations can't say that name. We're the only ones that can say that name. So this thing, how is it? That's the name that's going to deliver us, right?
So it's either they don't know it or they don't want to know.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll close up on that. You know, that want to give all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushua, Bashem, Rakam Kadash.
Double honor to the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom to all the sincere brothers out there that's also laboring in this work. We'll continue to push out the gospel on true faith and sincerity. That's all you believers out there. Till the next time, Shalom.
Shalom! Abba! DTA!
Shalom, all you believers.